Grab yourself a seat and keep those hands in the vehicle at all times. You're about to be taken on a ride through the untamed wilds of internet role-playing. Observe them in their natural habitat.
So you head out.
You know that would be funny! I didn't know there'd be consequences!
Enjoy the splendor of their spurgery.
Felix, who is the lion fauna,
And feast your eyes upon the questionable creations of internet randoms.
Actually, I've never DM'd before.
This is the Supernova Safari.
Hi, I'm Blake, the voice of Claire May in the Records of Remnant and the DM of the New Dawn Pirates. And oh wow, shit, that actually exists in Yu-Gi-Oh! Didn't know. I'm joined by Noah.
Look, Lee, I'm in One Piece D&D.
Liam.
I know this guy enslaved Felix and all, but I don't know. I just really trust him, guys.
And Ben.
I can't find my target. Guess you guys will do.
And we start on episode 6 of the One Piece D&D ran by Rustage.
I can't believe Pearl ate Richard. I don't care. We're talking about this right now.
It's what he wanted.
She was embarrassed. I don't want to bring it up.
I don't give a shit about the
No,
order
Richard's
of this
right
episode.
here.
I don't give a shit about the order of this episode. Okay, so it's
Wait,
revealed to what? What?
Sorry,
It's not Pearl's fault. She rolled a 1.
I wanted to say, because I think it's funny, because I think in the very first episode, we state at the beginning that we were not going to cover all of these, like, super in-depth point by point. And we were going to skip around when we talk about them.
Yeah.
It's just funny how, like,
This one will be 30 minutes.
You then say, I'm actually skipping ahead when it's like, I thought that was always the idea.
Link, I don't want you to kneecap me anymore by bringing up these historical artifacts,
sorry.
Grandpa.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. Okay, so I want to talk about how, I mean, it's been hinted at, but we're taking this into full detail, that Pearl tries to bring up that she wants to eat a guy. And then William, of course, goes, I don't want to talk about this, so shut up. As she's about to say, my father would make me... He goes, Pearl, I don't want to hear it. And the scene ends. Fucking cool teching. But then, my man Rustage has finally figured it out. He has to stop letting him do this. So he just has Pearl come up later after she's ripped off a dead guy's hand and eaten it, and going like, "Listen, yeah, my dad, I would eat people in prison because I was so hungry, and my dad forced me to eat people."
Yeah, it said that
that
he would just bring her random people.
I was doing the confusion in Pearl's voice because she's reading her script and doesn't understand how dark of a direction we're going. Which I'm not here to complain about. I just have to say, I'm just in awe of this plot revelation that not only is Pearl a cannibal for realsies, not like a weird, funny one-off out of my ass line that it just kind of landed Pearl.
That was a first session joke, so I let it slip.
Well, it wasn't a joke. It was go to foreshadow.
I know.
So my point is that now I find it very funny and a very... an interesting thing to just put on your character that they're a cannibal. And I just have to say, I really appreciate that Tekking has the ability to understand people's issues to the effect of like a Twitter, like, respond girl who just goes, well, that's just who you are and I support you. Because instead of being like Pearl's clearly picking up on Pearl's disturbing feeling on her own, innate need for, as she says, it's just a feeling I need. I'm desperate. I'm Xenos. Yeah, epic joke, guys. Anyway, I need to eat a body. William's just like, I know you sound like you're concerned with yourself, and you'd probably like me to say something like, well, Pearl, horrible things happen to you, and I want to help you so you can get to a point in your life where you don't feel the need to eat human flesh. But he just goes, no, it's cool. Like, we're pirates. We'll kill people. We'll keep corpses for you. And, yeah, awesome.
So
that's just this thing. That's just this thing. That's my Mad G. She's cute. I can't wait for her to eat my meat.
So like,
in the episode.
So, like, here's the thing. Her, like, craving
Thank you, Liam.
human bodies and, like, corpses is literally, it has absolutely nothing to do with her Zoan. It's literally just her dad got her addicted to eating people.
I mean, she says, I thought it was to do with the demon in me. And it's kind of implied it's partially because of her Zoan. But, like, yeah, it's just like a manifestation of this thing her dad taught her to do. And now her body wants it because, you know, that's probably part of her weird Zoan side. I mean, I just hats off to Rustage for understanding Zoans have their own will this early on without Oda having to say it, I guess.
Fuck me. But, like...
Why? No.
Yeah, but why are you telling me this?
Eating a Zoan...
I want to talk about this.
I want to talk about this. I want to talk about this, Pearl.
Eating a Zoan does not make you want to eat people or, like, fulfill a carnivore.
Wrong.
Shut the fuck up.
Literally wrong, apparently. I'm not the one making the rules, Blake. Don't be mean to me.
So, what I am so curious... One, Duras, fucking quality work, just standing there being like, oh, this makes me kind of uncomfortable. It's like, yeah, I bet it does, buddy. But two, so, like, the king, yeah? Like, not only is he, like, just slave trafficking, he's also just, like, I am genuinely curious. What the fuck was he intending to do with Pearl? Is it like, oh, I make, like, a fucking dragon monster that can, like, sick on people because it's super fucking strong? And I'm like...
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, but it seems like you already kind of have a pretty iron grip on things around here. So, like, how far...
Well, a guy with no ambition like you would say that.
Yeah, Blake. Power begets power, as they say.
This is why you suck at Civ 5.
Okay. But what I was saying was, like, this man seems so comically evil in terms of what he has done to Pearl and has been shown, like...
Is that a bad thing?
It's that...
I'm really excited for him to show up and be like a morally gray, mustache twirling guy.
Well, here's the thing. I'm just so curious because, like, he's going to show up, and I'm just like, okay, but
yeah.
Why are you actually, like, what's the end goal of, like, what you've been doing? Like,
he wants to be the best ruler of all time. He's evil. But, like, I mean, what would that not be enough for you?
What does that mean?
What the fuck did Crocodile want?
Pluton.
Nah, that doesn't make any fucking sense. I mean, I bet he wants Go tanks, and you need a dragon for that.
Well, I mean, okay, yeah.
I don't fucking know. Listen, are you
not
going
asking
to tell
you
me?
To give me a reason. I'm saying, like, what do you guys?
I'm asking you to tell me if we get there, and his reason is I want to be a really badass king that owns everything I want. Are you going to be like, that's not good enough? He's evil.
I mean, I think at this point he needs to be comically evil.
That's
if he tries to show any, like, human side of this man,
I'm saying
I'm not being sold on it.
I'm not asking to make him sympathetic.
Well, I don't know what you're asking. I feel like you're dodging my question, actually.
Let me fucking talk.
But my point, Liam, is that's not true. That would actually be literally within theme of the game, because we spent our entire time trying to make the protagonists not look comically evil, even though they are to most of the time. So, to fucking Shay, dickhead. This is just them. This is literally what it's like to be on the other end of the Devil's Luck Pirates. Still not called that, but I'm sick of pretending I don't know that. I think I've said before. Anyway, yeah.
So my reasoning isn't...
I'm not done. My point is, this is what it's like as being the NPC that, like, Timmy, or, like, the people who hear about what they've done. is like, yeah, they force guys to be like hung and beat each other to death. They like take people's heads and like rip them apart and leave bloody messes all over the place. They like deal with slave drivers and force men with 6 sisters to work with them at threat of killing their sister. This is like the king is a parallel to the Devil's Luck Pirates in that, you know, when we see him, you know, he could be framed in any light they want because we've already been disassociated from morality by following these chuckleheads, and I just hate it.
So
And I would like to say that the only thing that separates them is one believes in bureaucracy and the other doesn't.
Yes, exactly.
It's fucked up.
This is literally a screed against the monarchy.
So what I'm trying to say is, I really hope Rustage does not try to make him morally gray, because that is already just not feasible given what we know about him.
I don't think Rustage is the kind of guy to go for that angle in the first place. There's nothing about this game that have ever made me go, oh, he's gonna try and pull a switch.
Yeah, so basically, like, if he's just doing this for power, that's completely fine. I don't have a problem with that. It's basically, like, I kind of want to know, like, the reasoning of, like, the exact specifics of, like, what he intended. Like, so I just want to know for sure. So he fed Pearl this fruit, locked her up, and intended to sissy hypno her over years with corpses and fucking, like, brainwashing to just make her think she's a monster, and then eventually probably have her just be a monster for him. But, like...
So you're like George R. R. Martin. You want to, like, know the fucking tax plan, is what you're saying.
I want to know the specifics of why Pearl was in the situation she was from his point of view.
It was funny.
And, like, the slave trade. So we also learned
I could explain it. Wouldn't it be badass if we flew on a dragon? Actually, it'd be highly traumatic. There. Yes, I acknowledge it would be cool.
The slave trade is also just like a money making scheme. We know that for sure because he like moves them out of the kingdom too to like the Grand Line. So he just sells the good ones, and I guess he uses the other ones
with
simple
good
labor.
Eugenic.
Yeah.
To quote another slave, "You have good genetics, so you were sold." Another naturalistic line brought to you by Rustage. All right, Ben, say something. To the episode here.
Blake,
So,
please do an Among Us bass drop right when he says it. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you. So the episode started where we left with not Steve. We're never gonna get a name for him because that was funny. So I'll just go with Illumi. So Illumi is like, the tentacles explode everywhere and murder people. And Fredrickson dies, which I thought was pretty rough. I liked him. He was going to be like my taupe of this series. Like a background character that gets too much long exposure.
I do not think they're the type of people that can allow a background character to exist. I think if they exist on screen...
What are you talking about? Gravy's right there.
What, like, a background character that's
No, he's still on the boat.
A member of the crew.
What are you talking about? Adam's right there.
No, he's asleep on the boat.
Fucking... Hold on, let's talk about that after the immediate...
That's such a good one.
Fuck, that fucked me up. I had to sit back and think about, like, wait, it's only been, like, 5 minutes.
God. Blake's taking my gimmick where he paused the episode. Ugh, can this guy get anything original?
What the fuck is wrong with you? Holy shit. Okay, so as not Steve,
his name's Illumi.
Illumi.
Is it?
Illumi? No, it's just Illumi from Hunter x Hunter. He literally describes him doing the hair up white ice thing. Are you like Richard would get it?
I got it.
Well, Liam did it.
Well, no, I did. I knew that was a character. I just didn't know if he actually had a name.
God, no.
What the fuck, Liam? Before we started, I made the joke about like, oh, Liam, did you catch his name? It's like.
Yeah,
because
but he has a link on the wiki that I haven't clicked yet. And
no,
he's clicked on the link and it has a name.
Dead, Leo.
Okay.
They don't cast Revivify on him. I'll spoil that.
You don't know that.
So
I do.
What's very funny is that while this is happening, the other 2 players, well, mostly just Spooky, basically have to ask, it's like, okay, can I, like, do anything because I would, in all circumstances, try to do something. And Rustage is basically just like, yeah, you can, but actually no. So, Spooky does try to do something, which is uses a Yu-Gi-Oh! Shadow Realm bullet on the tentacle, which is it's actually a thing from Yu-Gi-Oh! If you didn't know. I love you, Lost Paws. Fucking that really got to me when he said that. Cause I was like, yeah, man.
When he said what?
It made me want to pause.
I wasn't paying
and
enough
lose the
attention.
video.
When Verona uses Banishing Bullet,
Nice thing.
Tekking made a joke. It's like, oh yeah, send him to the Shadow Realm. And Lost Paws like chuckled and said pretty quietly, huh, that's like a thing that exists in Yu-Gi-Oh! Actually.
I mean, he's right. What's wrong with it?
And it just got me that he said that out loud.
I feel like, maybe we should stop the podcast. We're just looking for things to point out that are wrong. I mean, what's the wrong with a man just quietly muttering to himself? That's the joke. I mean, come on, guys. Maybe we're being
I'm not criticizing him. It's not funny.
It's funny.
Oh
God, what a psychotic thing to just say out loud. That's from
I hope
Yu-Gi-Oh!
someone breaks down records of Remnant and makes fun of me.
I hope so. I'd love it. No, this is Rustage's greatest moment where he just says, like, hey, the Shadow Realm is real. I think he says that one the second time he uses it later.
Yeah.
But Rustage just says, like, all right, listen. The Shadow Realm is just canon now in One Piece. Fuck you. He looks at the This is not me joking around, audience. He looks at the camera and goes, fuck you, the Shadow Realm is canon. And I clapped and laughed.
I have to imagine, because every time Verona probably used the Banishing Bullet, there were at least some people in chat being like, what does that do? Like, how does that work?
Yeah, it was me.
And he probably just got fucking sick of that question. It was like, it just banishes him to the Shadow. I'm fucking happy. But yeah, so basically, Verona tries to act on the black tentacles that are very close to him, but not actually wrapping around him currently, but about to at any given time.
The word he meant was
caressing your shoes.
The word he wanted to say was threateningly.
Yeah.
But he just decided he didn't know English that day.
So Verona shoots it. It gets hit but resists the banishment. So basically nothing happens. And we cut back to William because Rustage obviously was like, dude, don't fucking interrupt the scene. It's gonna be fine. Just let it play out.
Yeah, no, I'm with Rustage here. He's an idiot for not explaining what fucking segmented time spaces are to people, being like, yeah, these are happening kind of at the same time. We can cover what you want to do, but like we kind of need to focus on this. But
oh yeah, that's
you're gonna try and segment my time space here. I got you.
Yeah,
okay, go ahead. While I'm explaining this, Blake will be explaining this also. Put this in the other ear.
Go ahead, man.
No. You have something to say. You got it, bro.
Alright, can we please talk about the fucking episode? You guys are fucking murdering me.
I'm trying to, but Blake's going, yeah!
Guys.
It's like we're performing Beat Up from Pokemon. I run it into
you know what? Viewer question!
Shut up! Oh, wait, no, Ben, you're allowed to talk. This is
Viewer fucking question.
Why aren't they friends anymore?
Viewer question! Why the fuck are we watching this?
What do you mean? Shut up, Ben. I fucking hate
get such good engagement.
Because
Ben.
I want to see the V fight, whatever that means.
Yeah, right. What the fuck?
No, this series.
Like, oh yeah, the V fight.
This series is
Who the
fucking
fuck are
awesome.
you people?
No, you're awesome. This series is great. I'm having so much fun listening to this series. I wanted to tell these guys that, okay, guys, I gotta be real. I think we need to watch a second episode this week, because this has like a portion of it that just isn't good to commentate over. But I knew there'd be naysayers. But, believe me.
The naysayer would be me.
Believe me, as unengaged as I might sound, it's mostly because I find it funnier. And this rosé is really good. But I'm also love this series, and I just wish Blake wouldn't, try and cut in on my commentary.
Sorry,
What were we talking about, Blake? You had a point you wanted to
What?
say.
We weren't talking about
let's
anything.
split
We
up
were
the host.
monologuing.
Let's split up the host.
You were talking about
oh,
scenes
now Blake's
occurring at
starting-
the same time as
Now
one
Blake's
another.
trying to bite back. You're monologuing. All right, rat boy, get out of here, Mickey. What is it, Mighty Mouse? Yeah, go away, Mighty Mouse. Spread.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
You okay now?
Dude, what?
Fine.
Dude, what
This
the fuck is
episode
wrong
was
with you,
so
man?
This episode was so disappointing. I had flashbacks this episode to the Grimm campaign because it's a fucking break-in episode. What's going on with D&D players where everyone wants to have their fucking Ocean's 11 episode? We even
It's fun.
did it.
It's a fun concept. It really
It
is.
It is, but none of them ever make it cool.
Dude, we did it, but we just
That's
stumbled
true.
upon the entrance.
Well, yeah, I did the idea, but I didn't do the 10-hour prep time conversation where all the player characters try and loosely keep their characterization while they're talking about logistical plans, because that's a player's worst nightmare, is trying to make that conversation work in character.
Yeah,
So it sounds engaging while also having to figure things out. Because they're like, oh, fuck, I'm a cartoon character. I can't seriously talk about this.
yeah, thankfully Richard saved us in that part by just not telling anyone till it's too late.
Yes, God bless, he understands.
No, unironically.
Woo! Yeah, so, once again, I'm getting away from the point. The point is, Illumi, I'll go back to Not Steve, but I want to he's just Illumi. Not Steve is like, alright, I need to open a dialogue, and he has his little, moment where he actually shows that he's strong with his little octopus buddy. And of course, the players respond horribly antagonistically because they're not used to an NPC like respecting themselves or biting back yet. And this is a great little important part in their campaign where we're seeing their first reaction to having genuine resistance on the other side of the character, who doesn't just like explode into dust if they're attacked.
Yeah.
Yes.
I also like. I like here is when. Fuck, what's his name? William keeps. That's funny. I forgot that one, huh? William.
I love you, Liam. You said that in the most jokey. Yes, you said that like a father. Funny that I forgot that one.
William kept fucking just interrupting him, and then fucking Rustage just goes, "If you interrupt me one more time, I will step on your balls and kill you."
And then
Your fucking crew.
Or
And
something
then-
like that.
and then he does in the future.
Yeah.
Well,
and then Rustage cowards out. I
Yeah,
was so sad.
But what I was going to say is that I think that the way to do a split scene like this, where like Verona wants to do something, and this isn't like talking like I fucking know like what's best, but how I would assume it's like, okay, you do like the important bit of like William talking to Not Steve, with Duras in the room, and then after that you then show like Verona trying to do something, and then it's like, oh, the conversation played out in that moment, and the tentacles go away after he shoots them.
Yeah. You just let it go, and if it gets to an antagonistic spot, you'll let Verona do his part, and if he gets away to interrupt it, he'll interrupt then.
Yeah.
It's you're correct. It's obvious that he's new at it, but the problem is all his players are like jackasses who are always trying to have the moment where they like Joseph Joestar cut off the guy what they're saying and like pull their pants down or something. Like, not one of them wants to be the guy who is on the second foot for one fucking encounter. And I'm not saying the players need to kneel to the NPCs like, oh, please don't step on our penises. Oh, we respect you. It's like, no, but the amount of times you end up cutting your DM off to be like, I should have been pissed before they start a fight. Like, you're kind of being like a little ridiculous here. Like, just let things play out sometimes.
Yeah.
You're not in a race with him describing the scene. Things happen in a different world here, guys.
Yeah, and I think it's honestly pretty difficult to get like split scenes like that perfectly right. So like I completely understand it being kind of awkward because it's like, yeah, Verona or Spooky, a new player, is kind of confused about like, I want to be able to like fucking like do something. My character would sit here and just take this.
Yeah.
So it's just like I think that was something that people will just feel out, being like, oh, okay, yeah, no, like I'll get my time to do something. So it's not really a big deal. It's just something I kind of noticed that I think is a problem. Probably like an ADM could easily just run into.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what do they actually say, Liam or Ben? You want to say what they actually say here?
I'm sorry, where are we?
It's when they're talking the first time with not Steve on the boat, and they're having their little standoff. What do they actually talk about?
I have no fucking clue.
Thanks, Ben. Awesome.
Okay, so
Liam,
do you have it? Because I have it.
I have the vague bits. Weren't they just like, hey, calm down and we'll talk about it? And he's like, I guess I'll calm down and we'll talk about it. And then they calm down and talk about it, and he turns off the tentacles, and they talk about it in the room after everyone shows up.
I feel so confused at what you just said. What are they talking? Oh, they're like...
Well, they say like... nothing, just arguing back and forth, saying, like, fucking put down the tentacle gun. And he's like, all right, I'll put it down.
Right. And he's just basically like, yeah, I want to go murder someone. Does he talk about that here? I forget. Yeah, no, they're just...
I think he waits till everyone gets there. But yeah, that whole thing is resolved. And then everyone's like, all right, this guy's weird. We're not fighting at the moment. Let's talk. We're going to jail.
Yeah, we
I want to kill someone at the jail.
I fucking hate them. They immediately all go, it's the prince. And they don't let it go. Like, they don't let go their player-tism.
That is them trying to win.
Like I maybe get what they were going for, where it's like, you could argue that in character, be like, well, why would they send an assassin for just somebody? Isn't he the most likely target of like a targeted assassination? Yeah. And then you're like, okay, who's assassinating him? Well, the king. Okay, so whose prison is he in again? Mm-hmm. Well, the king. Oh. It would be like, you can have someone be suspicious of him because they assume he's a high priority target, but you also have to logically explain to them, like, I don't know, I don't really buy that. I'm not saying you can't be suspicious of this guy, but man, you guys picked the worst fucking way to be suspicious. But don't worry, someone isn't suspicious of him.
Oh god, okay, I'll take this fucking bullet. So.
Bullet, this is exciting. Go ahead. I'd happily get shot. Oh my
fucking god. So Ragnar looks at him and says that he's suspicious. And he does not like him. And then says that then Rustage, in his infinite wisdom, asks him to roll insight, which is like a cruel joke given this man's stats.
Yeah. He says he's sniffing him, which Rustage didn't say no, so he should have had advantage on this. So
because he has like advanced sniff powers, but
kind of fucked up.
Unfortunately, the man rolls a poggy -2 because he rolled a 1 and has a -3.
I've never seen that before.
I mean, yeah, most people don't have -3 in a stat, so I mean, yeah, me neither.
They treat the fact that it's a negative roll result like a literal cosmic anomaly. I fucking shit myself.
So not only is literally everything decided by the dice, but it's very poggies in that Ragnar's brain short circuits, and he now believes that not only is not Steve not suspicious, but he's also more trustworthy than the people on his crew. And if your DM says that to you, the proper response is, that's fucking retarded. But Ragnar takes the other approach of, like, literally his brain short circuits because, yeah, I mean, if you're not going to call your DM retarded, I don't know how I play that either, buddy. So, basically, William just looks at him and says, like, hey, buddy, you're kind of fucking up the scene. You want to, like, go out there and take 5? Get out of here for a bit with, like, big boys talk?
And he's like, yeah, of course.
So Ragnar takes his cue to get out of the scene before he makes it even worse.
I mean, Briggs clearly also, he's just like, I don't want to be gay. Like, they're just like, Briggs is like, I don't know how to play this. I think he just says that at one point. Yeah. And I'm just like, yeah, He takes the angle of, I'm just kind of bewildered by everything that's happening, and I feel really on edge. And they're like, okay, I guess.
And to be super fair, with what happens with Not Steve throughout the rest of his extensive character plot, I think that Ragnar had the best idea. Probably should have just killed him right there and saved us all the trouble.
Yeah.
But I just paused and was laughing because I was just like, imagine we're just fucking playing RWBY. Someone rolls rapport, rolls really fucking badly, and then like fucking Felix just looks at Clara and it's like, Clara, I think you should like step out of the room for like 5 minutes.
That's so awesome.
Just go take 5.
It's so fucking
It's just like, I cannot imagine as a player, like without a lot better reasoning than that, just being like, hey man, why don't you just like get out of here? Go on, champ. You're having a tough time. It's too much for
Dude,
you.
it's so fucking good.
Like, holy shit. Not even Liam's worst days was ever like, yeah, I'm gonna just tell him in character to leave the scene.
Man, he just ran up and kicked you on the ground, Liam. How do you feel about that? What the fuck?
No, you guys did the better thing. I was like, oh, just keep Liam in the scene. Keep him going. Keep him fucking up.
It's content.
Let him finish.
It's literally like we're an IRL stream who just like filming you for content.
That was much more psychotic.
Yeah.
Pretty
but
cool,
like,
huh?
but like, fucking goddamn.
No, this is like the worst thing I've ever seen. This is the worst thing I've seen in the game.
Really? You think so?
Oh, I think making your character. Well, I'm specifically talking about the insight check.
Yeah.
Telling someone who says I don't trust him to make an insight roll and then telling them they trust him.
Yeah,
and like it's the word of God.
It's literally the you shoot your teammates on a 1 taken to actual role playing.
Yeah, you're right. It's pretty much like fucking him over, huh? It's like flipping a trap card.
It's completely.
It's like, why would I ever want to roll insight if there was a 5% chance that they cast dominate person in retaliation? That lasts for weeks.
Like, no wonder Briggs fucking accepts leaving the scene and saying he doesn't know how to play this. I don't know how to fucking play it when my DM literally says I think the opposite now. What do you do?
It is pretty much more psychotic than I gave it credit for.
It's completely fucked up, especially when the other player is like, "Hey, champ, you fucked that up. Get out of here, Scoot."
Well, I thought it was even no. The thing is, I thought fucking Tekking was even more psychotic, being like, "Oh, he doesn't trust me. Get him out of here." I don't want him. Because after he left, he's like, "Hey, you guys keep an eye on him. I don't trust him. He was acting shady." When he did nothing in character after rolling that check. He literally metagamed.
No. Liam, you are wrong. He did not accept the fish.
Yeah, they canonically said it's because he didn't accept the fish. You dumbass.
God, you're just blowing the fuck out.
He didn't accept the fish.
I thought that was not Steve that didn't accept the fish.
I can... No. That was later.
Yeah. There were a couple no fish acceptance.
That is our joke of the session. In that scene, Duro sees that Ragnar's having...
Well, that doesn't...
No, in the scene, Liam...
That doesn't fit one of the prerequisites of a joke, though.
What?
That has to be funny.
That does. What do you mean I'm laughing?
Honestly, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I don't think a joke has to be funny anymore. I think that this episode showed me that. I think it's changed the game. I don't think jokes need to be funny anymore.
I think they really.
I think you can just say whatever the fuck you want, and honestly, if someone laughs, even if I like, I mean, I like to rag on Blake a little bit every now and then.
Don't we all?
You know, I can say whatever the fuck what the
Don't take it personally or anything, freak.
Why are these people like this?
Just get aggressive as
Why
possible.
are they like this?
It's a funny joke
Why
we
are they
have.
like
Just some
this?
banter.
Oh, it's so funny.
But yeah, the whole Ragnar thing is just fucking egregious. Like,
Mhm.
I honestly do not blame Briggs very much for the whole like ordeal, because it's like, yeah, he walked up and like said, I don't like you, I don't believe you, but it's like the fucking man is literally described as being the creepiest motherfucker, and fucking listen
I
to
mean,
how
you're a friend. I mean, you're a friend to murder all the time.
yeah. Listen to how this man sounds. Of course, no one likes them. So it's fucked up. But moving on, I wanted to ask a question. So I know no one here is as intricately familiar and kind of in love with One Piece as a setting as I am. But I wanted to ask.
I think I've passed you, but go ahead.
I wanted to ask your like thoughts
Get there.
on
On what?
On not Steve's Black Octopus. Sorry, I paused because you fucked me up.
Yeah, that really fucked. I thought I disconnected.
I really
On
don't.
his
I do
octopus?
not like that joke. Yes, on his Black Octopus.
Let's break it down. Let's break down that joke.
What was the big joke? I forgot. I need to bring this back, Ben. What did I say that fucked him up so bad? Damn it, Ben.
You did the thing where you like interrupt him in the middle of a speech.
He does that to me all the time.
Not really.
Okay. How do I like? I love this octopus. I think Not Steve and this octopus conceptually are great. I really like these characters. I think a guy who has a funny little octopus that does weird shit that like shrinks, and he laughs and he points at it. He's like, they thought you were a devil fruit. I like Not Steve and the octopus. I think they were really good.
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess
you're gonna have another. Hold on, Liam's. What's Liam and Ben's take? Don't you ask the question? Wait for the answers, young man.
What's the question?
It was what do you think about Not Steve specifically as octopus in the setting of One Piece? I think right, Blake. That was the question.
Yeah, basically.
Can I answer?
Yeah,
I
go
think
ahead.
he's
Let
a
me
pretty obvious, like, yeah, that's a One Piece character that fits. He's got like a weird gimmick, cool. And then I go, yeah, but they call him Not Steve, so my smile goes right back to neutral.
Urasagi was too autistic to let him give a name. You just literally let them continue the joke where they said, "We're not gonna ask the name, and that's funny. I'm Geralt."
No one's gonna understand that.
Well, they're not real. They're not real to me.
Hey, let me just say this: if y'all don't know where angels cry, I don't want to talk to you.
Drive faster car. I want to drive a faster
Yeah.
car.
Please. Was the question specifically Steve and
It's the octopus specifically. Blake's like, I'm familiar with the One Piece setting. The audience loves this, by the way. I'm familiar with it. How you guys think this fits? You think this is good?
I don't. Honestly, it doesn't really fit with One Piece, but I can accept it in a One Piece game.
How does the octopus not fit?
I don't know.
It's like a weird
that
creature
much
that
of
does
like
shit.
a big. I don't know. You could say he's a sea king that can like shrink down. I guess.
Remember in Skypiea?
Oh,
when they
you
had
know
an
what? There
octopus that
was
a
the big
fucking
octopus.
balloon that would get big. Remember,
Yeah,
like how
that's-
every animal in One Piece is like a freakish monster. Well, what's so weird about this octopus? To me, that's my take.
Yeah,
I like this
I mean,
octopus.
because like size-wise, he's like Sea King big, right? Based on how I was
mean-
picturing like the pirate ships being broken and where everyone was, that it
I
could
know
wrap
what you- I
everybody
know-
with tentacles.
Yeah, I mean, it's like it was big enough to go across one ship. It's like a big Kraken thing, but like, yeah, I'd say that's basically what we're to suppose in our heads.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, yeah, I'm fine with it.
I like it. I think it's cool.
Especially remembering the funny octopus from Skypiea.
I think that One Piece weird animals are cool.
I
think
agree.
it fits. All right, Blake, you've heard our opinions. Let's see how yours is adjusted. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay. So
Oh no! Audience, hold on.
Nah,
You gotta
sorry,
turn your
fuck
ears
off.
off. I think he wants to talk.
Well, Blake, just before you say it, I do agree with you. I think it is a little weird.
Whoa, Blake, hold on. I agree with you. Wow, awesome, Liam. Wow, so genuine.
In terms of not Steve's like personality, him having a little animal having an animal companion that like, oh, it's not actually devil fruit, it's like a thing he has that can do this. Completely fine. Ben is right. That's like a One Piece character. Just wish it a fucking name.
It does. They just didn't hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone has a name, Blake.
Okay.
Whoa! How is that the one that gets to you?
All right, that's it. Kick Noah out. Don't give him his jacket back.
It's his coat.
What did I do?
What I was going to say
I'm tired of you, dude.
is that I don't currently like the octopus very much. Because I feel it was because I feel it was not very properly described, like how it's doing this and like kind of the effects it's having. And if it is a very specialized animal, I guess then that to me is fine. If it's like, it's his thing. It's his like specialized octopus companion. And we have the possibility of maybe that thing didn't die. So with the possibility of later maybe learning more about where it came from and what it can do.
Look at this little fella. Look at him.
But I guess specifically, it's described in like the way the tendrils like rise up from the ground, like they kind of just start to appear under people, and it makes me question like where is it? How quickly does it like shrink down? Like
it's under the boat. It's just like shooting up. Like they're not like appearing out of portals.
Okay. Yes, I get it. They're cracking through the boat. I just think it's pretty stupid.
Why do you think it's stupid?
I'll give it to you that I think it's fucking stupid to see a creature like this again, not in the Grand Line, but that's just the theme. That's just the theme of the whole fucking series at this point. He couldn't wait to blow his fucking load.
I will give him the benefit of the doubt and assume Steve is from like a group out in somewhere else or something. I don't. He's an assassin, right? He's probably like
he's kind of random
foreshadowing.
Fuck.
Yeah, he's probably foreshadowing something that is from at least the Grand Line, right? Like one of those funny casino foreshadowing things.
Yeah, and I guess my issue with the octopus isn't in the fact it exists and can.
Oh my god! Not Steve actually has a name on the wiki, guys. He gets a name.
I didn't click him because I assumed it would be spoilers if he's like
actually. I did too, but I wanted to know if the octopus had a name or got an explanation. God, dude, you'll never guess what his name was.
So I guess my problem with it is like,
all right,
I'm not
Octavius.
No, it's Taco.
Very poggies.
He's in the taco cult.
I guess I wish that when these things are described happening, whether they be this octopus or things in the future, Rustage does a better job of like properly visualizing like the exact specifics of like what is happening, because he obviously wanted to fake it out, being like the black tentacles kind of appear like around everyone on the ship very suddenly, and they're kind of like hovering around you, waiting to like constrict you. In the vein of it being so sudden, it's like a devil fruit. And I guess I wanted it to be described more like not to the players, but just in general that like, yeah, the thing is under the boat, reaching through it, like afterwards.
I
also think the idea is still kind of fucking stupid right now.
I don't understand. Well, I want to know why you think it's stupid.
Look, you can show me on like a Grand Line like slug, not an octopus. It's a slug that when it enters salt water, it expands rapidly.
Here's my
and it squeezes out salt water to get smaller.
Hi,
and that's what this thing is.
I'm
See, I solved it for you, boy.
I'm Rustage Jonin 495. I'm a fan of Rustage. I'm here to defend him. One, I didn't have this problem. The tentacles came out of the floorboards, and yeah, I thought you'd think it's a devil fruit. But then he's like, no, it was my octopus. And you're like, oh, the octopus was under the ship. That makes sense. And then two, funny animals are cool. I don't care. One Piece is shown, there's like dragons in One Piece. You can have retarded animals that grow and get big. It just stretches. He's like a rubbery octopus, maybe. Maybe he just inflates. I don't care. He's an octopus. It's cool. He can do that. Number 3. You want to know what the octopus's name is?
Yes.
It's Yaki. So together, they're Taco Yaki. I like that a lot, Rustage. I'm sorry your players didn't ask anything about these two, because my last point is this. None of this is really Rustage's fault, because I'm pretty sure he had all the answers. But all the players said, put him in the offense guard, put him in the guard, gotta put a security guard on him. They didn't ask the guy his fucking name. They didn't ask anything about him. They didn't ask his octopus and how it did that. And I much prefer, if they're not going to ask anything, Rustage just goes, all right, I'll just let them fall into their own problems and not, I let the players ask with their own initiative about this stuff. I think this whole situation was fine, and it just showed the problem with these players still, is that they can't appear like anime characters yet, except for maybe Duros once in a while, but even still, I felt like he was slacking today. Where they make their scenes dynamic or interesting or have fun dialogue and allow themselves to just be casual with situations. Everything has to be a logistical, I want to get the jump on him, roll high on initiative, get the first surprise round. Nothing can just be like relaxed and fun. And, they don't want to be owned.
Well, don't make these mean characters if you don't want me to treat them
yeah,
like
exactly.
not people.
Owned.
Make everybody nice.
So you think he had Conqueror's Hockey because he made everyone piss themselves and run away?
No, it's his menacing glare.
I know.
His part dragon.
I would rather kill myself than take that question seriously. Don't worry, brother man. Yeah, it's pretty fucked up.
Yeah. Shame this guy died.
Yeah,
Hey,
he was cool.
What was he doing with the steampunk pirates? Why?
He was just well, as he said, he's using pirates and stuff to catch a ride to the kingdom.
Doesn't sound like it's like. Why don't you just take a boat like normal people?
Yeah.
Is he wanted?
Maybe.
Pretty shitty assassin, huh?
Why can't he just ride on his octopus? I get it. He wanted to go in inconspicuously. I'll give him maybe that. Maybe he was pulling the same routine. He said Fredrickson, the steampunk pirate, was trying to pull a routine on them. So I think the implication is Fredrickson thought he was the guy doing the trick here and not Steve. And when Steve revealed himself, Fredrickson was like, what the fuck? And died. So I think it was like a funny joke where like Fredrickson he thought he was being slick because he's like, yeah, we got a retard like slave guy or whatever that we had captive. I'm going to trick them by pretending to be one. Then Steve revealed himself to be the super imposter and killed him. That's how I read this.
That is explicitly what they say.
They said
Was he?
They said that Fredrickson was a steampunk pipe pirate that was going to try and kill them.
Yeah, I meant the part with Steve being a slave and tricking them.
Was Steve on the Navy ship?
Oh, that could be it too.
That would make sense.
I didn't
he was pretending to be captured by like the Navy and like brought to the prison.
I didn't think about that. He would be brought to the jail with his target.
I don't think that's stated, but that's.
I don't think it is either.
All we know is that they were both tied up on the pirate ship.
Afterward, the wreckage area. I'm gonna say, yeah.
But I thought he specifically said he was tricking.
No, it says he was part of the steam pipe pirates here.
Yeah.
Damn.
Weird.
For business, telling so that they'd be able to trust. He just says that he would infiltrate them for business.
Kind of vague.
Yeah.
And they also say Ragnar says he actually likes the name Steve, laughing about it. Well, like anything, they just refuse to ask about what the fuck he means. So, yeah, that feels about right. Is that it's all their
I
fault.
assume that's in regards to him being mind controlled.
Oh no, I just mean all the players never asking.
Oh, yeah,
the thing he likes the name. Yeah.
I have a note down here that says, "Can you guys fucking ask Steve his fucking name?"
No.
Yeah, they just
He's
don't.
not Steve. Blake, pay attention.
Yeah, duh. But,
But I
fucking hate them.
But there's something else. Hey, Ron, you ever want to play checkers?
Oh man, I'm great at chess.
What the fuck? What the fuck? What was he thinking? There's a scene where just like Tekken conflates chess and checkers and then starts to say anything that starts with a ch. And I'm just like, just just say you meant to say chess, dude. Just say you misspoke.
How can a player hear that,
So epic.
then say their character knows and enjoys the game, then just completely ignore that afterwards? Like, dude, that's literally the DM sitting there begging you, please talk to him. I'm giving you the setting of like, oh yeah, you have like Duros behind him and you're just playing a board game.
Why would he? That gives him a chance to pull something.
Because he fucked up. He said, "Hey, do you like checkers?" And then, "Hey, I have a checkerboard. We're playing checkers." Because that's how you have to wrangle these retards.
Well, he didn't say there was a chessboard in the scene, so he couldn't do it.
So
You have to be conscious about what's in the scene.
So literally now on the Yogi Poo, Alora is just sitting there setting up her game, hoping William will come by and play.
Yes, exactly. But because, well, I mean, I know you said you started to talk to him, but you never asked if he was in the scene, and he wasn't. So you're actually talking to a wall.
Yeah. Actually, Adam is still sleeping.
It's awesome.
Let's
around now is when
Let's gather everyone to talk about our plan for like how we're gonna actually do shit, like do we want to break out Pearl's brother first? How are we gonna do that? Let's go over the maps. So we're like, okay, let's also we don't want to leave the creepy guy alone, but we want everyone to be involved, I guess. So yeah, let's just, I don't know, go next to him and talk about our plans openly in front of him. Because, like, we don't trust him, so we have to make sure we're watching him while explaining everything about what we're doing.
Yeah.
Fucking
so like,
genius!
It's fucking amazing. This is just what happens. Duros has a little scene where he talks to the octopus and gives us some fish. Yaki. There's the scene with Pearl in here that we skipped to earlier. Is there anything else?
Sorry, I stopped paying attention. Did you just talk about the funny scene where they kept like mentioning people who weren't there?
Yeah. We were getting to it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
that's my favorite scene.
So something
that's your favorite one.
Something that really fucks me up is like, so it is said that Adam is currently sleeping. He's one of the funny people that they gather and then it isn't there because, you didn't specifically say Adam when you said everyone. So the timeline of events was all of them are on the Yogi Poo and they see two ships. They spot the two ships and decide, hey, we're going to go over there. Adam, Pearl, Gravy, you stay here while we go check it out. So they go check it out and they already knew that these two guys were on like board tied up. They go and get them and bring them back. Then everyone states, okay, William and Duros are going to interrogate them. Then like 5 minutes into that is when not Steve starts pulling his bullshit. So I want to ask, in that turn of events, when did Adam decide, I'm going to take a nap?
I don't know.
I'm gonna lay down.
You pay attention to where these fucking characters are?
It feels like the implication was that when Adam was said to like, stay on deck of the other ship with Gravy or whatever, he just fell asleep.
Well, it's mostly because he was specifically not mentioned in any of the tentacle shenanigans. So
no, Gravy and him stayed back. Remember, they said we need people.
No. When the tentacles were surrounding Gravy and Pearl,
well,
Adam was not mentioned there, which is why I started thinking, like, what is he doing?
Wait.
What are you talking about?
the
When
end-
he was asleep, when he was
at the
asleep
end
and went
of last
No, no, no.
episode. What?
No. You're saying when they went to go wake him up. That was like days later.
Yeah.
Like,
No.
Yeah.
I am specifically asking in the moment of the interrogation when the tentacles are described going around Pearl and Gravy on the Yogi Poo. Adam is not there for that entire thing.
Well, one, that's not Pearl and Gravy, right? Like, Gravy is on the ship with Adam. They didn't go over to the wreckage.
It is.
They're on the wreckage, Blake. Still, right? Like Liam, I'm not crazy. Ben, I'm not crazy, right? Like,
at the beginning.
Man.
Like
thanks, Ben.
Before, like when they're still
at the
like
the episode.
At the start of the episode.
Yeah, they're still on the wreckage.
Yeah,
they never went
that
back.
Whole thing takes place on wreckage.
It doesn't. Go back and look at the last episode on the wiki. At the end, he has tentacles surrounding Pearl and Gravy. Specifically. It takes place it takes place on their fucking ship that they bring
they
them to.
retcon that. Well, he changed his mind because it fucking doesn't feel like they mentioned that in the next episode.
You can't win, Blake. They've already made it their mind.
I can't win. Okay, Noah, take it away.
Take what away?
Continue to go through this episode.
What did that have to do with Adam falling asleep, though?
Because I was questioning where the fuck he was during the whole thing.
I mean, he probably just forgot. He was juggling like 8 NPCs, and they're the only ones who were talking.
They only do this every 2 weeks, man. He's only human. Come on, bro. Me and Liam develop a defensive Rustage. We're like sociopathically never letting him be critiqued from this episode onward. From a small donation to our bank account. No. I think Blake's got a point.
You're probably right. It's inconsistent.
Yeah, no. I'm with Blake. I think we're close to something here.
Well, you're trying to point out an inconsistency from something I watched a week ago.
So,
you know what?
Do you want to know what they're talking about, like, for real, though? Because, like, I have the answer. It's that Pearl and Gravy are on the other ship, and they're all surrounded on this ship, and he's just threatening Pearl and Gravy on the other ship to him, because they're all on the ship with him. And he's implying his tentacles could go get them since they're all stuck here with him. That's the implication.
Oh my god, that makes the fucking octopus so much even worse for me. Holy shit.
Why? Because it's big?
That's what I was saying, it's big.
I mean, the ships are parked right next to each other, right? Like, I mean, yeah, it's big. I need to go back to this octopus discussion. Ben, I know you hate I know you were really heated about it.
I'm gonna say it's a bit comically big.
What's wrong with it being comically big?
Nothing, Noah. Nothing. Keep going, Noah.
Whoa! Are we gonna?
Well, what
is this?
Well, I hope you viewers are happy. I'm gonna lose a bunch of friends over fucking One Piece D&D.
What is this octopus gate shit? I said it's cool and funny. And you're like, what are your guys' problem with
Look,
this?
I'm gonna be honest. I don't see how you can say this doesn't fit with One Piece. I agree it probably should be on the Grand Line, but like
it's a bit
this character is literally a One Piece character to its very core.
Yeah, he's like a cool like assassin, and his weapon is he has a weird octopus that fights for him. Like,
yeah, it's kind of cute. It's not the best idea.
That's like saying Buggy shouldn't exist because Devil Fruit, he shouldn't be in the fucking East Blue. It's like, this is like the equivalent
of this guy lost. You believe that?
Awesome.
You fucking believe this guy lost with that big motherfucker?
I can believe he lost because he fought in an enclosed space, which limits his abilities. Realistically. I think on the sea he would have killed them because he could just destroy the boats.
Perhaps.
I think...
Alright. We've talked about this.
No! I'm on this octopus shit. I'm pissed off because I think Taco and Yaki are cool, and I don't understand how they don't fit One Piece. I'm sticking my head in
Blake. Edit this in. Here's a timestamp when we're done talking about the fucking octopus.
Yeah, there you go. Want to know if Yaki? His name's Yaki, Ben.
Who gives a fuck? This episode
I
sucks.
don't give a fuck about Pocky and Rocky.
I don't care about
Yaki and Rocky.
Look, I've said it before and I'll say it again. You don't have any likable characters, and I'm gonna literally turn my brain off. And yeah, I like Duros, but he's not
What
enough.
about Pearl?
I want to come on Pearl. I don't want to.
But she eats people.
That just makes it. Yeah, she ate fucking Richard, dude. That's admittedly he did kind of serve himself up.
Yeah, I really blame Richard for this because if he was here, he could have settled the Yaki debate.
I don't know if I blame anyone except for you, Noah.
Phone a friend?
Yeah. Okay, hold on. Blake.
No.
Hold on.
No. He hasn't watched it.
Is a big octopus in One Piece Keck or Queen?
That's missing
That
all
is
the.
such a fucking.
Also
That is so
straight.
incorrectly fucking. Written.
Yeah, you're missing all the context.
It's not
of
a
that.
big
I am
octopus.
missing
It's a little.
the
It's a little octopus that gets really big.
Yeah,
Hey, Blake, where'd you going? We're doing a podcast.
he's here. Noah, you
He
literally.
just shut up. I heard him. I know his
Noah, I don't like that you're turning the podcast into Bully Blake time. That's for
What are you
every other day.
how am I bullying him? I'm asking why
Come
this
on.
octopus sucks.
I don't know why the fuck we're even doing this.
See,
This
Richard
episode sucks. Why are we taking even more than 20 minutes to discuss this?
I don't know.
Nothing happened. These characters suck. They're not likable.
This
They're
is true.
assholes. And guess what? It hasn't changed. And honestly, at this point, I don't care if it ever does. How can you run back this much bullshit?
Well, it's funny because they keep going for 40 episodes, and
And apparently, there's a guy named V who's really badass, and we gotta get to him.
I like how much you guys are bigging B up now.
What? We got like 3 separate comments mentioning him. Who is this man? What's he about?
Look, if this guy,
have you seen this man in your dreams?
I'm gonna say it. If this guy better be Keck. I'm gonna say it, or everyone who watches us.
Viewers, I don't know.
Yikes.
I'm not putting so much weight on this. I understand.
I'm on their. No. I'm bigging them up. I'm on their side though. V. This man has
Why?
a single letter for a name.
That's cool. That shit's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, like Xenelos.
He better turn into 5 guys.
For his name. Yeah, like Xenelos.
Nah, he better turn into 5 guys. That's his devil fruit.
No.
Thought you didn't like that place.
Thank you, Ben.
Ben.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ben.
Hey, no problem. Be here all week.
For making me laugh. Yeah.
You know, if the viewers are gonna spoil anything, please tell me. Do they ever stop doing the rolling a 1 makes you kill your friend? I know the answer is no. They keep doing
Hell
it.
no, they don't. That's
But-
their favorite part of the episodes.
I need to know if they realize how awful it is.
Liam, that's Verona's character. God, fuck me, dude.
Fuck. Anyway, the best scene in the show so far is the next one, where they're talking about
I'm fucking sorry.
I don't even know how to break into a fucking prison.
Yeah, to get her brother out.
And then William's like, "All right, Adam, you think you could blow a hole in this wall?" And then Rustage's like, "Adam's not here. Do you want me to go wake him up?"
What the fuck is wrong with him?
What the fuck is wrong with him? Why would you do that? Why would you ever just fuck off? Make him appear out of thin air. It's theater of the mind. No one is keeping that together. It's not like it's ruining kids. They're on the same boat. You just said he's in another room for no reason. His character wouldn't say, "Hey, Adam, what do you think?" if Adam's not in the room.
It's so awesome, and they have to act like in character, and it's in character that they're correcting him. So they're just it's so fucking psychotic. I don't know why he thinks that's the response. It's so awesome. Ooh. Doesn't he do it twice? Isn't there another person who's not there?
He does it to someone. Then he's like, "All right, gravy. Oh, gravy's in the kitchen."
Oh my god. Oh my god.
It's
so
funny to me, but it is so stupid to do that to your players.
Oh, I would get pissed if you tried to pull that on me. Not once, but twice. You're going to hell, young man. I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Look, it makes a funny image in my head of like William like talking to a group of people like with his eyes closed, and then just like turning around and being like, "Adam!" And then he's just not there. And it plays, like, the crickets noise.
Damn it.
I mean, it's funny, but it's only funny because I'm making it funny.
Don't try and give me an image where I like this, you fucker. I'm pissed. You're trying to make this shit sound funny.
I mean, yeah, if I wrote the wiki, or made like a funny like animatic, that's what I do.
wrote the wiki to give it better, to make it look better. Hey, what is his name? Something nerd who wrote the wiki. Cool job, but stop like trying to whitewash these players on here. I feel like you cut out their most egregious sins. That's my complaint of the week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I don't know. They talk about how they break in. I don't really remember their plan. Their plan ends up just being they go through whatever the GM's mind dungeon and show up in the jail.
Yeah. If you guys are here for a Grim campaign coverage, it's the same shit when they talked about the prison, where it's literally like 40 minutes of things that don't matter because, quote, literally when they first get there, they go, "Oh fuck, I don't remember what the plan was," and they summarize it by just going, "Well, we'll just like blow up the wall and like run in there." And that's all they needed. But they treated it so intensely at the start, right? Like
yeah.
Right, Blake?
Yeah.
Like that shit was like they had this weird moment where they brought up the map and they acted like they had multiple objectives they could go start with. And I don't understand. I understand it's good that he's saying there's lots of things to do here, but like, what were the other ones?
So it was a debate between, do we want to go to the prison and rescue Pearl's brother, or do we want to go and try and find the steampunk pirates who we know are in the kingdom and get revenge for Ragnar? So the obvious answer that they came to is, we want to go do the prison break. Well, the prison is not as, like, defended because there isn't shit going down.
Yeah. Don't they talk about how it's like, this is good, this will help destabilize things?
Well, they're like, yeah, we blow up the prison, then everyone will, like, scatter as we release all of the slaves in the prison. And then once they scatter, they will turn against the pirates, the Marines, and the kingdom itself, and cause chaos that we can take advantage of.
Yeah, and it's that's pretty badass. That's some like Cherry Kingdom shit. That's burn the town down to watch them fry. I have to say, my notes literally are missing like an hour of detail in here because they talk about the shit for so long, it does not matter.
So
I get what you meant earlier, Noah. When you're like, you hate when people plan shit.
Yeah,
right? That's true. In D&D things, planning the shit usually is like the worst
that
part.
was literally the most painful parts of all the Grim campaign episodes, for them planning the prison breaks, because every time they do anything like that, it immediately, literally does not matter what they planned, something else happens, and it just, like, I don't think they planned for fucking the captain of the guards to get trapped behind the door. Fucking
Yeah, like, and as these guys showed, they say it. They immediately forget what their plan was once they get there. It's because it's so hard for people to act like they're planning things in character as their characters. To make it, like, interesting or believable. I think I already said this in the episode, so I don't want to repeat myself too much. But it always trips people up and it goes on for too long. And I hate when things in D&D feel like you're just repeating yourselves and going on about details that, like, can be assumed.
It's because in character, if you were people around a map planning how to break into a prison, you would not also be thinking in the back of your player brain, man, I wonder how many combats this is going to be.
Yeah,
or like,
but I mean, like, I feel like there is a way where you can do that in character, where you're, like, saying, like, well, I mean, we're gonna have engagements here or something.
Yeah,
but, like, people,
you have
but
to
people
be...
don't think their character would talk about that, because it sounds like too much like the movie they watched that they did this from.
It's just...
And that's the problem!
I think it is viable in the sense that the players have adequate enough information exactly on, like, not only their concrete goal, but, like, the strategic elements of what they're forming a plan around. Like, he just showed them a map and said, okay, there's some walls here and, like, gates and then, like, fucking, like, cross prison in the fucking middle. It looks really weird, and it's like, yeah, I mean, their only real plan could ever be, yeah, like, I don't know, break down the fucking wall and get in there, I guess. We literally brought Explosive Man specifically to do that. So,
yeah.
They talked for a while, thankfully not as long as I fucking would fear from Grim Campaign in terms of this kind of thing. Because really, they decided the plan like fucking 4 sessions ago when they decided to go with Adam, which is like, yeah we're just gonna use explosives and get in there. They
not hard.
So they pretty quickly, thankfully, come to the decision of like, okay, we will do that. And what I find very funny is the second they figure that out, they like kind of decide upon that. Time skip. Okay, guys, let's get on the dinghy to go to the prison.
Like, yeah, there's nothing else, I guess.
Literally, there is nothing in between them finishing this plan to them starting the plan.
You know what? Fair enough.
It like. You could take the time to be like, okay, we're about to arrive. Like, maybe Duros, like, talks to Pearl, being like, hey, Pearl, we're about to go get, like, your brother out. Like, the guy I protected.
Now we got 2 hours and we can't get there.
No, that is actually it. It is not just players being fucking autistic. It is that they do not have time to do that. And... that is the biggest problem.
You know why, don't you? You paid attention, right? That thing that happens later that made me think this especially. Sorry, if I'm referencing something you don't remember, that's fine. Because in the combat portion, when they're breaking in the first time... Yeah. Randomly, for the first time in the campaign, I literally thought my Kenshi game was freaking out. Because this weird thing started happening where I heard music being played, and
I I made a joke about this while you were gone, that this is something I wanted to talk about.
This music starts blaring, and he goes, hurry up, let's get through this combat, hurry, come on! And I'm like, oh my god, he's literally screaming, get to my boss fight, I'm skipping through the combat, that's so funny.
We'll cover the tragedies that is the actual infiltration of the prison.
Oh, right, yeah, I was about to say, what do we have before that, right? We have that one weird conversation.
So not only this one conversation on the boat, because, like, they have a dinghy, so only 4 people can go, so they're just like, okay.
Only a few of you can fit the fuck in, huh?
Okay, William, Verona, fucking Adam, and Mr. Steve.
They somehow are like, yeah, let's take Steve, because he's like, I'll be out of your hair faster, and they're like, yeah, we don't need more of an ally, we'll just take that.
Okay, Noah, Ben, I want you to explain to me the fucking heel turn that is William being like, okay, I want to, like, keep this guy watch, keep his distance, but we'll just go our separate ways, and I'm just saying, where he literally looks at Steve fucking 2 seconds before he gets off the boat and he's like, if I fucking see you again, I will fucking kill you, okay? I will
Where'd
fucking
that
kill
come
you.
from?
I don't, dude. I don't like William. I don't want to talk about him.
Well,
Like he literally is a character that I don't ever want to think about again.
I was
but, like,
just-
where did this come from?
Okay, Liam, what we're talking about
Because
right now?
he cannot be,
I
dude. He's
have been listening the
he's
whole time.
epitome.
What do you
Oh,
mean?
sorry.
Yeah,
He
Liam's
is
a
the
good guy.
fucking epitome
I
of
don't know.
dude. I will not let anyone get a one over on me, even an imaginary character.
I'm just
Literally, I hate people like this, and you will die in real life by my hand.
This character who is not actually, like, okay, like, yeah, they had their standoff. But as Steve said, I mean, yeah, you can say, okay, he's untrustworthy. He went, I just did all that to, like, just show you guys. I bring all these tentacles out to show you don't fuck with me. He's like, okay, in his funny, awful teching voice. But he gets. I guess he took
Teching
the
moment.
comments about murdering Gravy really hard. Who, by the way, if this goes well, will be the official chef, guys. Don't forget.
Of course, he's now filled all the criteria to rise up to the next rank, but then
In the company.
William is going to skip the next couple ranks and just fully hire him.
Oh, I love this company.
I like how
dynamic.
no one has asked Gravy his like opinion, being like, okay, Gravy, if we weren't like threatening to kill you at the start, would you actually want to stay? Like, that's
no, he's kidnapped.
That-
Gravy has always just been a hostage.
that is another scene where like maybe Duros could show some character by like sitting down with Gravy just like when they're alone and be like, Gravy, tell me, would you stay with us if we didn't
you
threaten
had a
to kill
choice.
you?
If you had a fucking
Because Gravy, my friend, we're in the Terrico Kingdom and it's safe. You can go, and I will make sure they don't do anything to you. But I highly doubt that's the direction it goes.
Damn, it's like Lost Boss is right here next to me.
I do love how the fact that Lost Boss's natural voice is really fucking good, and then like he puts on a voice for Duros. That man it has the makings of a very good player.
Yeah, you should.
I love the energy he has.
Yeah, you should send him a DM, get him involved.
Yeah, I need a new player for the One Piece game.
Yeah, I got kicked out.
Same.
Yeah. Cool. So, but yeah, Not Steve is gonna go his own way, and he just says all this psychotic shit to him, like he's gonna murder him, and Not Steve's like, dude, I would love to fight you after this. Ha 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 ha. It's like, all right. I mean, I guess I get that from Not Steve. He's like a psychopath. It's so awesome. It's so fucking awesome. There's just nothing here. William just has this like.
Everyone just looks at him
It's
being
so
like,
awesome.
like, fuck, he's going that fucking guy. I hate that guy.
I fucking hate that guy. You know what, Verona? Me too, buddy.
Adam, you
meant Steve.
Adam, you want to say anything? What? Who the fuck is that?
Fuck, I don't want him to say anything. Every time he does, he gets worse as a character.
Yeah, you mean like the whole section of them like debating what to do and where to put the bombs and how to go about it and being like, okay, let's like go to the other end of the person with the other bomb. Holy,
Yeah, it's awful.
Holy shit. They also just like, okay, we gotta like knock out some guards, so it's like MGS stealth for a second, just bonk them on the head.
I'm glad he just let them use their normal attacks for this or whatever instead of making this cringe and being like, oh, you guys know you can't fuck with that. Rustage understands how to handle this shit.
Oh,
correctly.
dude, like stealth knocking someone out in 5th edition?
Impossible.
Impossible. My god.
This system's
I know why the
cringe.
system doesn't have rules for it, but man, I don't know.
This system's cringe for anything with stealth.
Sorry,
But
that guy had
but then one of the
70 HP. You can't knock him out.
And one of the guards like fucking notices him because he has like super high AC and he misses the first attack.
Yeah. And then they just beat him and he's fine. And then they like find a bunch of slaves. And
Yeah, so they blow in. They everyone else is fucking off screen joins us besides Gravy. And then Adam makes it blow and they get into the prison.
and they go find the slaves, and my favorite scene of the episode.
Oh fuck!
happens.
I forgot.
Yeah, you fucking. How could you?
No.
This is my
I
favorite
forgot.
scene of the
I forgot
episode.
when they were talking in the plan. Where Pearl said something I found really funny was where she was basically just like, well, there's like 4 wings and only one of them has slaves, so we have like a 75% chance of not killing the slaves in an explosion.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck this whole meme was, where they're like,
Well, you can kill prisoners, but not slaves. Obviously,
Yeah.
obviously, prisoners are criminals.
And then William's like, isn't your brother's in like one of the other ones? It's like 50%.
50%. I don't. I guess he was just, I guess he was just lampshading it, right? Like, just of how ridiculous this is if you think about it. He's just throwing that little, isn't it pretty fucking weird how there's dragons in this world? Anyway, like,
and then and then Adam just says the correct thing of being like, I just use like a smaller explosive so I don't have to kill anyone.
Just the DM having a debate with himself of how retarded he is for a moment there, basically. Yeah, he just goes, "Oh, wait a minute, I don't."
It was just
It
really
makes no
funny
fucking sense.
because like Pearl was on the side of
Damn.
like, okay, let's make sure we don't kill like the slaves in the explosion to get in. But then she's like, well, we have at least like a 75% chance to not kill them.
My girl Pearl's getting some weird characterization. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah,
This she's really mad, yo.
Yeah, Pearl's, like I said last episode, it makes me so interested to see what a lot of these characters act like after their arc has been like resolved. Like, how does Pearl, with like a newfound sense of freedom and like,
murder people and eat them, apparently.
Yeah, but like I want to see
and rap once in a while.
I guess I want to see, does she just like,
she's basically Donkey Kong.
I just want to
get into the eating people thing enough. I know you started with it.
I mean,
but
yelled
did we
it
say
wild.
that Tekking literally says,
Yeah,
"Oh, it's fine. We'll find some like bad pirate crews and you can eat them."
Yeah, I said
that explicitly.
I said that. I said that it's super fucked up that he doesn't say, "I'll help you figure out how to not want to do this one day." It's that, I'll have a bunch of dead bodies for you. That's his solution, because he responds like a Twitter like retard who's like, I support you and your lifestyle, Pearl, of being a cannibal.
So I want to ask, cannibalism, like of a friendly crewmate character, One Piece or not One Piece?
Sorry, can you repeat that? My head kind of hurt because I was thinking about Pearl eating a guy and then sucking my penis.
Is one of the crewmates being a cannibal pretty One Piece or pretty eh?
Counterpoint. One Piece, one of the crewmates being a pedophile. One Piece or not One Piece?
I mean, like, I'm sure
they have a sex offender on the show.
I'm sure one of them has done something pedophilic.
Thank you, Reddit.
You know who my money is? I think Brooke's a pedophile.
Yeah, I think so.
He's more old-fashioned like that.
I mean,
do we really know how
Nami and Robin have all that time with Momo in the baths? They're probably pedophiles.
Do we really know how old LeBone is? Like, really? Like, in WoW years?
I will give you this, Blake. I don't feel comfortable with I don't think the cannibal fits One Piece. I don't really think cannibals fit One Piece in general.
I would say
it seems a little weird.
If you do it, probably hard villain quality. If you do it to like a friendly character for some fucking reason, probably a lot more tragic an explanation for it. Like,
I have to say, hers is pretty tragic so far.
It just got no soul.
Yes, but
yeah,
I feel
bad for him.
She's like described as nibbling on the hand, like blushing and being like all fucking embarrassed, and it's like,
oopsie whoopsie, you caught me sucking.
Well, here's the thing. I didn't read that as horribly comedic embarrassed. I read that as like, it's comedic in how dark it is. Because she kept trying to say my dad forced me and then later came back to say it. And I went, okay, I'm going to be very generous here because Rustage for once in his life didn't let a player just ignore a detail. I think he is trying to make this sound sad and fucked up. So I will listen, If
Okay.
it ever changes, I will concede this point.
If that is your headcanon, I'm not against it.
I don't know. I feel like Rustage did his due diligence
Rustage.
at the very least.
He tried.
He did.
William just said it's okay, baby. You can eat people.
I am not arguing that he was given a good response by the players when it comes to a character saying they are a cannibal. Also, before you come
Verona just went, I'm gonna go get a drink.
Also, before you come at me, Reddit, him eating his own leg is not cannibalism.
Cannibalism. Zeph is not a
Do
cannibal.
not
Oh my
fucking
God.
say that to me.
No, I should have said that and owned you. Fuck, I missed my chance. Fuck.
Is there really no one who's is there like a fish man who's eating a person?
What are you talking about? Big Mom, guys. She's a cannibal.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit,
and
you're
she's
right.
she's
joke.
a hard bad guy.
Yeah,
it is seen
but-
as a very fucked up thing to do.
Yeah, my joke if it doesn't fit One Piece. I'm sorry it was subtle, Liam. No,
Oh yeah, no, that flew right over my head.
I was doing a joke where your guys are like, I don't think this octopus fits in. I was doing the reverse joke. But okay. So yeah, no, no, as an ally, no. This is I think Pearl has a chance that is going to rapidly evaporate before our eyes as she just makes it a funny joke. Because the players don't treat it seriously.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why
I'm 100% with you. This is fucked.
Well, I think I stated this last session. I have no hope for any fucking NPC crew member.
Nah, I think Gravy's got it still.
I agree.
I don't know why Liam does. I'm just coping.
What? Look at him.
What do you mean? Look at it. Oh, right. Sorry, it reminds you of something.
Oh, you want some fish?
Yeah, it reminds me of Noah.
The mirror. Yeah, awesome. Good
My
one.
big chubby chef friend. I said chef.
Chef. All right, you lost. Fucking retard.
Look, I said chubby right before it.
Retard.
No!
You misspoke. Owned.
Owned. Fucking idiot.
Fuck.
High five, Blake.
Well, what I was trying to say
idiot.
earlier
It's been a
while Blake
long
was talking
time,
over
Liam.
me, as he keeps doing it right now, was no, you think Lee ever like ate a person when she was like a feral child in the jungle?
No, he specifically described to me what that time was like.
But would she have? If Chuck was like some guy,
if Chuck died
like some
to
little
her.
bitch.
Yeah,
just, like,
probably could have.
Drops a coconut on his head from like, a tree.
Yeah, she probably might have, and then she wouldn't have been my player character. She would have been like a sad background murder character that Beals would later reveal if he still existed in that some place. Yeah, but yeah. I mean, you know, I decided I wouldn't play with that angle of her ever having eaten or actually murdered someone in the village. I would play up the one person she murdered was like a dramatic, emotional thing that was like kind of not even her own, like, you know, full fault because of some mysterious force in the world. You know, like a slip of character. You know, try and give a little nuance to it so you could kind of take it either way rather than this. But you know,
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
he
fair.
did that. He said Pearl's dad made her do it, so we'll
That's
see.
fair.
Gross.
I'd like to say I would not have dropped the ball if Lee said she ate people. I don't think I would have fucked that up.
What if she?
What would you have responded with?
I would not have said we'd get bodies. I know that much.
You think?
Ivy nervously mutters to herself. I guess I could like learn how to cook that.
I can do this. Yeah, well, don't worry, Lee. I'll have Zarin go scrounge some. He's close to a vulture, right? Oh! Get this bitch out of here, Jesse.
Look, we smashed him into a pancake. Scrape some of that up, Zarin, for Lee. Scrape some of that up.
Zarin, can you feed her like a baby bird with the corpse you were eating? Because we're all Zoans and eat corpses.
Holy
fucking
shit.
People?
Yeah, because remember, Zaren's an eagle, so he's a bird of prey. So he's
he's a predator.
He wants to
So
gouge
he's
out-
religious.
He wants
That's
to.
why he went after Nephany.
Yeah,
he's an
exactly.
actual
Because he's a predator.
Because he preys on young children. Ah, that's so awesome.
Holy
God,
shit.
Goda!
this is why I say Blake is the best DM I've ever had. He's just too good at
Well,
this shit.
I'm one of the choices for them to run a different game.
I thought you were gonna say I'm one of the chosen one. I had a much funnier thing in my head.
No.
I'm sorry.
No,
I'm one of the chosen people.
I'm just shouting out the comment of the guy that said, I'd like to see Blake run another game.
Doesn't know his name, shouting out a comment. You're just, come on, bro.
Not supposed to name
Oh, you
them.
start giving them one name, they all start
Don't humanize them.
acting all big.
Don't humanize them. Don't ever do that.
Yeah, you do that 3 months from now, you're grooming 5 of them in a Discord call. They're calling you your sex kit. You're calling them your kittens.
They're calling you daddy. They turn you on, fat.
You call them
never accept a Discord invite from Ben. He's going to try and use you for crypto.
No, not a thing I do. I'm not into crypto. I don't know what he's talking
Don't
about.
worry, Blaze. I know it was you.
Okay, so
Stop.
so any other notes on the? Oh, actually, this brings up a fun question. I kind of wanted to ask.
All right, let's
So-
hear it.
Better be.
Pearl's dad. We
What?
already know.
Yeah.
So we know like the villains of this arc, which are Captain
Yeah.
Marrow, Pearl's dad, and
And Eustace.
Eustace.
I gotta say, in a world where it wasn't all orchestrated by this posse of retards and had a DM who's fully confident in himself, pretty good lineup. I like that he brought so many in. That's interesting.
No, I think for what is obviously the major island of like the South Blue, this is like, you know, I expect them to start moving on to the Grand Line, and that is not just because that is not just because I saw the episode title 3 from that says Grand Line.
Oh fuck yeah! Thank God.
But this is obviously the biggest thing they're doing in the South Blue. I think the lineup of Pirate, Marine Captain, and then Other Force is very strong. I only went for 2 of those myself. But
it's deep. He's covering all the. I didn't realize he was covering all of them. That's kind of smart.
No. I think it's a good thing. And so we already know Captain Marrow's power, which is his bone manipulation. He even named himself after it.
And I think we can guess Eustace's. I think we have a safe guess. It's probably a steam fruit.
Do you think it's like the Logia, or do you think it's like a Paramecia?
It's probably like a.
It can't be the Logia.
Yeah, it's probably a Paramecia unless he's gonna go for a funny thing where they get a big sponge to absorb the steam.
Or like put him in a big pipe.
Or he like doesn't fight them fully here and retreats afterwards. And,
Yeah,
like,
I honestly think he's gonna retreat to the Grand Line.
Yeah, maybe.
If it retreats, I think Logie is cool.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
do think
I mean-
as the man behind the Steam Logia, I think it's cool.
Are you?
I was the one who said give Ron a sister and then we said, well, it's a Logia. I go, Steam
Were you? I thought that
Logia.
was me. You
No.
sure?
I thought that was
We were
me.
joking. I was playing Risk of Rain 2. I was playing Engineer, and I said it, and then I picked up Dio, the man's best friend, Red Bear, and Blake said, "Well, what fruit would she have?" And I'm like, "Okay, it should be a Steam Logia." Because I don't know if that's cool, because the joke was it's like fire, but not. Because we were just doing the joke where, haha, our game's like One Piece, but not back then. And I said, nah, Steam's cool, because you could, like, have things the Steam goes into. Like, pipes and, like, like, big gauntlets or something. Blake went, oh, that is cool. Yeah, I'll do that.
And I made
Damn, where were you during 9/11?
I was, like, 4. I don't know.
Yeah,
Fucking memory,
My
fucking
dad
everything.
was
Jesus.
in Washington, D.C.
Did you ask where you were at
He's
9/11?
got a
dad
good
was- my
memory.
dad
I had
was-
to know.
My dad was close to the
I thought you
Pentagon.
thought. I'm
Because
sorry,
he's
you were
still,
asking what you could have done to stop it.
He-
Like, no, why did
We're-
you stop 9/11?
We're here to
My
find.
dad's
We're here to
sad.
find 9/11.
My dad right here. Where's 9/11?
Where's
Where's
9/11?
9/11?
My
It's never
dad
here.
saw the Pentagon get hit. It was cool.
Timothy!
Yeah, I mean, you giving her the steam power. I mean, you have a story
Jesse,
for it, so I
Timothy!
obviously believe you are the one that thought of it. It made me think of Noel, because I'm like, oh shit, it's like
Hell
steam-
yeah.
steam knives.
Hit the Pentagon. Ah! The channel doesn't matter.
So, sorry, my actual question was,
Right. I'm
Um,
so sorry. I did do that. I'm sorry.
what power do you
Bad
think
joke.
Pearl's father has? Because like he probably has something.
I think he has nothing and he's a baby.
You
gonna
think he's
humiliate
literally nothing?
I hope he. Honestly, I hope
think-
he has no power.
I
That'd be awesome.
I think he's gonna be like involved with the steam pipe pirates because they sell him slaves. I think they're his crocodile equivalent of like if. Well, wait, that's not how that arc went. Right, I'm retarded.
Yeah, Baby's Dad was
Look,
not a bad guy.
Yeah, and the Cobra wasn't. His name's Cobra.
Look. No offense, Blake, but I think
Cobra
kings who know
Nefertari.
kung fu are pretty cringe.
What did he just say?
I'm making fun of Blake's game where all the kings are like busted guys.
Oh yeah, that's
Clive's
pretty
dad
cringe.
was just a fat man.
Who?
Wow, 1 out of 400, huh? The nobility really has it
I'm
hard.
just kidding, Blake. Your game is cool, I promise.
Good. Now I can come
I don't
back.
know why he'd say that, and I bet if I said
Now
that,
you
wouldn't
understand if
believe
he has some trepidations with what you just said.
me. Yeah, Liam, it's the man who was out of his
Is
game
the man behind the
twice.
slaughter, as we call
The man
you?
who left his game twice. I don't know if he takes
Hey,
yours
Ben
seriously.
was the same way. What are you
Huh?
talking about?
I'm still in it.
Yeah, you don't know.
Oh, Liam, we didn't tell you.
What? I
fuck.
was still playing Lee.
Yeah, I'm Lee now.
Yeah.
It's basically what's
Give
you know,
me-
like
give
You
me
know,
your
like
bet-
how Teddy Roosevelt was like had a body double.
okay.
who was
So
a real
imagine
one?
this. Imagine this. He's Mike Matei and I'm Inspector Gadget. It's like that.
Brown bricks.
no brown bricks.
brick.
Just silence as I talk to nothing.
Yes, exactly.
Pen, give me your best Lee.
Lee? Oh, dude, I hate that character. I literally seethe. Can't.
Okay.
I
Wow,
can't.
that was
a
pretty good
Richard impression.
No.
Damn it.
No. It's not a
Uh,
Richard impression. I hate Lee unironically.
That's
So-
cool.
so-
Ben.
so you
That's
can
cool,
turn it off,
Richard.
Ben, it's
That's
fine.
cool.
So-
You turn it
so-
off.
No,
I
it's
believe
not
you.
a fucking play.
So-
Ben, quick, look in the mirror. You are Ben. You are Ben.
No,
Okay,
I
I'm
know
trying to get us off this. Do all of you agree and think that the king probably just doesn't have anything? I'm not saying this. I don't know anything. I'm just.
I
I'd
hasn't
hope
even
so.
gotten
I
a
don't-
name
I think,
yet. There's
I
no
think it would
way.
be too much for the king to be like a strong guy.
There's no way. He hasn't even
I-
gotten a name.
He
I-
can have like a military, like he can have like a knight who's really.
I think he's
busted or
gonna be like
something,
Power.
but-
I'm going to take the other side and think that
Right.
the
Yeah.
king is personally strong.
You would say that. Because you believe in monarchies.
Why? Are you gonna give us some gay reason like he's like Arthur's Knights or whatever? And I'm
No,
like, yeah,
no.
that's really
Blake,
cool.
Blake is a staunch monarchist.
What fucking reason do I have? I know jack shit about this guy besides like the evil things he's done.
Sounds like he's getting a little nervous, Ben, that you called him out.
Sorry, liberal.
Not every
No,
take
I
has
think
to
when
be
they,
reasoned, man.
no, I think they're gonna get there and bullets the king, and she's like, "Yeah, I made a lot of money. I bought the royal rights to the throne. I made money to make money, bro.
How'd you make money? Well,
Selling
there's this picture.
slaves to the king.
Bullet fucks me up because she has art. Okay, so it's
She's
like
coming
Yes.
back. Yeah,
yeah,
Bullet
but-
is gonna come back.
But, like,
and
the
be
man
my
who would
girlfriend.
notoriously introduce characters that would only be relevant 20 episodes later. You should know how this works, Blake.
Yeah,
No. Well, yeah, but I always have a reason for it. What I'm
Okay,
saying,
he did too, to
No,
get a devil
no.
fruit
no,
and be hot.
what I'm saying,
It takes
is-
a real master to introduce that many characters and not drive their players away. Let's just say that.
I'm getting
All right,
close.
continue, Blake.
What I am saying is that like Bullet fucks me up because it's like, because so she was like, actually no, I just figured it out myself. Never mind.
Well,
was
what
like-
is it?
Well, I was like, okay, why would she? She seems to have like a setup she's been doing forever for, essentially like a good while, considering how she talked about it. But I'm like, wait a minute, they're like shutting down the entire slave operation by killing the king. So never mind. I just figured out my
Yeah,
reason for that.
they destroy the country, and she's like,
Yeah,
"Oh, my job doesn't work
I just
anymore."
remembered my reasoning for why she'd have to do something else.
Yeah. Shit,
that
man,
checks out.
I was fucking around. Maybe Bold will be there to get in their way and be like, "Don't fuck with my money."
She didn't seem to me like the type that would be that active in doing that.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe not.
Besides that question, like, how does she know?
They've
Network of spies that she uses because she's like a big criminal.
the
organization.
casinos. They trade info.
They've been like literally they went from that island to run into Not Steve. They went on a direct path.
I don't think Rustage gives a shit. I think he'd fucking do it.
He
has been vague in how much time they're taking. He'll own them.
I mean,
you didn't ask.
I guess I'm not.
I got an inside man.
I'm not saying that's wrong.
Gravy.
I'm just saying
Gravy. He used to work for him.
Yeah, think about it.
He's not actually fat. That's just his wire.
Dude,
he's gonna lift up his shirt and like Adam, he's just gonna be really skinny fit underneath it. Instead, he's gonna have like a weapon.
I love how he described him as malnourished
last
session, and now described him as fit or like skinny fit because he fucking was like, oh shit, I need to make sure he's like actually kind of intimidating and a bit buff. I can't.
I hope
that... described him as barely eating last session.
Yeah, it was so odd. Yeah, he really walked that shit back. It was so funny. I noticed that too. Also, I'm glad I wasn't the only one. Where it's like, wait, whoa, you are trying to cover your tracks when you described him as looking malnourished, aren't you? You little sneak. Oh fuck. It'd be pretty cool if No, this is a complete non-tangent. I don't give a shit. Right, where are we in the episode? We're in like the prison break?
I don't know. They found the prisoners. They didn't kill anyone.
They broke in and found the slaves.
How was I put off from talking about my favorite scene so much? Okay, my turn. Unless Ben wants to take this one, because I feel like this is a funny scene that he must have remembered. Right, Ben?
No, I don't. No. I don't.
That's awesome, dude. Thank you for showing up today.
No problem.
Okay, so great. What's his name? Ragnar is shouting, "Where's Marfa?" in the group of slaves looking for his wife. And a man runs up and goes, "Whoa, those names. What did you just say Marfa? Did you just say Marfa?" He explains that I was a baker on Atlas, but I don't recognize you. And Ragnar goes, "Oh, that's right. I kind of don't recognize you either." Thank you, Briggs. And he goes, but I knew your wife, and so he goes, "Yes, of course, you're a baker, they must have come into your store." And he goes, "Yes, of course, that must have been it." As the two of them stumble through this interaction, they both are awkward to explain how it makes sense.
I was mouth agape listening to that.
Why not just make this a guy he knows? Who cares?
I could not know.
Rustage 100% would have just absolutely rather have that be the thing, but Briggs instantly said, "I don't know you," because Rustage didn't open it up saying, "Briggs, you recognize this man."
Yeah, no, scientists to this day debate what the fuck was their idea. Anyway, so he's grabbing him by the shoulder, talking in this rush of slaves running around, breaking locks and collars off others and breaking out. He's going, listen. I know your son. They were bought up. They were bought up first. Your son, the big boy Magnus, because he's like 7 foot 8-year-old. He's like, that is my son. He is tall, but he is probably only 6 feet. Because he's still young. Yes, him, Magnus. Well, you and your wife and your son, they were bought first because they have good genetics. They were bought first. These genetics, they were looking for superiors, so they were, of course, bought first. And this slave just starts talking about how, like, he brings it up like 3 times about how good, like, the genes were. So they were bought, and I just...
Because he's tall.
Rustage, dude, listen, man. This is not how people talk. You would... If you want to say this, just have the guy go, they were good stock, or like he said he was big and he wanted someone strong. Don't have this random, poor, malnourished old guy who talks about how he doesn't have a leg and there one by me. Like, why'd you say it so fucking weird?
I guess it's also not a problem because, yes, it is a sign that he's a stronger individual, probably. But, like, being tall in One Piece is less weird than like most settings being like
yeah, they're not treating that appropriately, which is like
where it's like a kid being like 6 feet, like it's probably like a bit strange because probably not everyone is that tall, but it's not like it's not like in RWBY where it's like Viridian, everyone's response to Viridian for the first time is "fuck, you're tall."
Yeah, it's like South Blue shit. I'll give it to him.
Yeah, no, that's why it's not like a direct criticism, but I'm like, I mean, like. Yeah, I mean, the kids obviously look strong. Fucking look at Ragnar. He's probably, like, built just naturally. Because he does have good genetics.
Quite built different, in fact. But,
they took Ivy. Her genetics are too strong.
Why did he talk like eugenicist? He's just a random guy, Rustage. Jesus. I don't think they talk like this. He'd probably be like, he was a big guy, they took him. I'm like, Jesus, dude.
Look, he's ESL. Leave him alone.
Naturally, it literally feels like he's ESL. What the fuck is wrong with him?
Look, the British don't speak American. You know what I'm saying?
Oh god, yeah, he is some fucked up.
And William
tooth.
comes up with a banger, being like, "Can you guys just fucking talk about this later when we're done?"
Hey, you shut up now.
Like my great friend Duras once says, "Can we stop talking about children?"
Talking to your sister.
We started talking about children.
Lee, we got shit to do. Stop talking to your sister. I don't care.
Literally, it's so fucking strange, dude. What the fuck?
Psychotic.
Yeah, that's so awesome.
So they immediately start the combat music and say, "Go now and slaughter 1 billion people."
They have like a weird Muso scene where it's like not real combat, and they're also being encouraged to hurry the fuck up because we're running out of time.
So I'm gonna say this. I have a problem with many things that happen in this moment. One of them is the fact that Rustage, when he wants to put on the like battle music to get things in the mood, he decides that, you know what's good? Let's pick like something similar to the geek battle music and like not the good ones. Let's pick like
I don't know what the fuck this music was. Yes.
I just started listening to it, trying to tune out the voices. What the fuck is this song? It's literally like that bad yeek track that like just beeping and booping random.
It was very generic.
I don't remember it.
It's awful.
Yes, exactly, Liam. You don't.
But my other big problem is the fact that they literally start cutting people's heads off and killing them. And like,
that's not new.
Hey, you beat him. You want to decapitate him?
No.
Yeah, sure.
So
that was literally a question. You beat him on a decapitate him.
Like it's like a skill check. I needed to start throwing those in.
I'm gonna piss myself. I forgot about it.
So here is why I believe the butchering of others is worth reiterating when like they become known for this.
Pearl's getting so much food out of this.
It is because one time it was like fishermen pirates, but those are pirates. Okay, I understand blatant murder. They're pirates. They're bad people.
They're pirates. They're bad.
Next is Marines, and the old man was related to a Marine. He's a Marine. So and those are Marines. You're pirates.
I'm following.
So those are Marines, and you're pirates. The Marines are bad people to pirates. I get it.
Yeah,
but these are guards, probably considering the lackadaisical atmosphere they were guarding the prison in. Just average fucking guards that just live here in the kingdom. Not Marine. Obviously not Marines. They were described as kingdom guards. So these are people that Duros would have.
These are white people sitting back when they're slaves in the kingdom. They're murderers.
These are people that were lower stationed than Duros that would have just been working the normal.
Duros is killing his former subordinates in this scene.
So here is the end game as described for the kingdom.
Oh no, that's so funny.
They dispose the king, kick out the Marines, deal with the pirates, and reinstate Pearl's brother. And everyone lives happily with a World War I scenario where there is a lack of men. So I want to say, I really, even, this makes me always come back to it, but to me this is even worse. I do not think it is appropriate to wantonly murder all of these guards with like a reckless amount of abandon where you fucking decapitate them. I don't think you will walk out of the prison to the townsfolk and be like covered in the blood of their fucking like just other villagers who were just in guard uniforms.
Their husbands and brothers.
Yeah, and just be like,
I think you mean mothers and daughters, or also
go now. I am Duros. I am Duros the Knight, and I am here to save you. What is that on you? Oh, the blood of your family.
The blood of my former subordinates.
Yeah,
Duros sucks. God damn it.
So it's like, once again, I think without considering what they were doing, they just murder their way through any chance of ever being redeemable, Duros included.
They had to get through the episode. The 2-hour mark was coming up. Please shut up. They had to get through this.
Okay,
this one's Rustage's fault.
Yeah, no, this one is Rustage's fault because in the middle of them talking to the slaves, he goes,
100%.
wait, the alarm is going up.
I gotta hurry! My subscribers are gonna get mad.
Like, I do not, I just don't understand. Rustage, why didn't you just say, you guys successfully sneak through the prison because you're super cool? I don't know, stroke their fucking egos a bit.
Because it was in his plans that there's a big scene here, dumbass.
Why is the plan?
He can't go back on it.
Why is the plan to have... You know what they will do. They will murder these people. Why do you put them in front of them and make them do this?
Why do you put all these bodies in front of them for entertainment, my friend?
It's like, you motherfuckers saying William walks it back. Fucking who gives a shit about William in this moment? How the fuck do any of them walk this back? Duros just killed these people he probably grew up with.
It's impossible for people sometimes to just remember the context of the actions of characters on the screen. And it's just really important, I think, to really, play appreciating these details so, like, the nuance of them can be really gathered. Because it's a lot more entertaining when you're playing a game and taking this shit into consideration. So you have more catharsis and weird moments where bad shit happens.
Yeah, it's just like this really takes the kick out of the moment, like, way later on in the Grand Line, when you are justifiably running through a mob of people cutting their heads off.
They just took the early level strats of murder people to get high level quick.
It's just like...
This is me playing Fallout New Vegas for the first 10 levels, where I'm just going around cheating and stealing great shit I know that's there and doing immoral things to then play my character.
It's just literally the thing Ben keeps screaming about, being like, there's no way to walk this back anymore. But they once again
there is no way!
They, like, quadruple down in this moment. Of, like,
better.
You cannot argue to me, Duros did not know any of these people or anyone related to them at all. And also,
all the good people were murdered.
No. So this is something that's going to happen. I just know is we're going to get to the king, and it is going to be established that Duros knows some things about him. And I'm going to once again scream, being like, Duros, why the fuck haven't you said literally anything about the fucking king? You were the personal knight of his...
That's Rustage fault.
I know, but it's like, okay. So Duros saying...
a one-shot.
Duros talking to Pearl, being like, Pearl, it's actually your brother's knight. Okay, fine. I'll let him get away with that. Noah argued in Rustage's favor once again. I'm fine.
I'm just saying,
Noah convinced you.
It's because Noah's a dumb liberal.
The fact that... Listen, I've convinced much worse. You can feel okay with that.
I'm okay with that. The second that should have happened, he probably should have heard from Rustage at least a minor detail about whatever he knows, because he was the sole prince's personal bodyguard for, like, his entire life, basically. Before, like, shit went down. So that's probably, like, a good, like, I don't know, at least 12 years or so of, like, servitude. So he must have known the king at least somewhat. And like, you cannot tell me he has not at least met the king once or twice.
Oh yeah, definitely. He has to.
So we don't even know his fucking name yet, though.
No.
Well,
the thing is, he really should just do the thing of just like, all right, like, in the session, be like, all right, Duros, this is what you know, and then say it for everybody. So everybody out of character knows the information. Unless it's, like, obviously something super secret about Duros, but this isn't. This is, like, interesting plot stuff that you want all your players to know.
Dude.
And then you
you want to mention this or not, but I mean, this is something you know, is the plague of these new players, and it's going to happen later too. But sorry, continue.
But don't like fucking send fucking Lost Pause a message on Discord. Be like, all right, you know this, and then nothing comes of it because it didn't happen on the fucking show. So who fucking cares? Especially with a fucking D&D show where it's made for the entertainment of others. Share the fucking information. Let the whole table know your super secret stuff. You're not that interesting, I promise.
Yeah.
And then maybe the people can play
let us
into
appreciate it.
Or they can play into it, maybe come up with a scene where you might come out, you talk to you about it.
And as long as you don't describe this specifically to Briggs, then Ragnar won't repeat it verbatim literally 10 seconds after you said that.
He did that again this episode.
Yeah, he did do that again.
What was that in response to? I have that in my notes. I just wasn't looking at them because I was yelling.
Fuck, I forget when. It might have been in this scene with the fucking
you guys, it's when he described Ragnar as having an existential crisis.
Yeah.
And the details of how funny that was. And then guys, I feel like I'm having Ek, and then continued to say what Rustage just did. That was possibly one of the funniest ones. God, I'm so glad we didn't forget that.
They did that also with Verona at the start, where he's like, hey, Verona, what do you see? Hey, Rustage, what do I see?
Yeah. At least I feel like Spooky's taking the piss out of him.
Well, yeah.
I don't know, asshole. But that's just me liking him, probably.
I just...
goes a long way, doesn't it?
Oh, isn't it weird how if you're just like a charismatic guy, I will forgive shit I complain about? Isn't that fucking funny?
That's how I'm untouchable.
He's kind of got a point, guys.
It's why I'm bullied. No,
I like you.
So, well, you'll like me next week.
Oh yeah, I am mad about you, but I don't want to put that on the podcast.
So we basically carve our way through a bunch of
unprofessional.
We carve our way through a bunch of guards, to make our way to the prince's chamber. The prince has a jail cell, and then there's a jail cell right opposite of it, but it's shrouded in darkness
and fog wall.
Yeah, we can't see properly in there.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Oh wait, sorry, fuck. God, how did I forget? Actually, they weren't looking for the prince. They were, but that isn't the immediate. They found the slaves, and then Tekking said, "Oh shit, not Tekking." Rustage said, "Oh, you guys see not Steve." And then 2 seconds later, he's like, "Okay, so you guys want to follow them, right? Follow him, right?" What the fuck was that? I'm just like, wow, I mean, come on, conductor, can't you be a bit more subtle?
That shit was so fucking weird, man.
He literally, he's like, oh yeah, guys, you all see not Steve just I don't know, menacingly chuckling down that hallway.
Shameless.
And then they're like, okay, well, we're talking about the Ragnar thing right now, so they talk about it for 5 seconds. And then once they're done, literally immediately, he's just like, yeah, so you guys are about to go follow him, right? And it's just no, dude, why would they do that?
Dude.
Wait,
2 hours.
And then
2 hours! We gotta end!
Well, and then William is I couldn't handle when he was like, well, I saw him, and I said I'd kill him if I ever saw him again. Gotta go do it.
He might have seen me too. I can't look like a bitch now.
Yeah, it's literally it's literally well, I got a visual on him. Now he has to die.
Dude, he's a Laterano. He made a fucking pact, and if he doesn't, a big beam of heaven kills him. You know that's how it works canonically. Don't make fun of it.
It just fucks me up. So they carve their way through the guards and then make it to these 2 cells. One of them has Pearl's brother, and it's this guy looking at the ground with pink hair, and
pauses. Okay, it's her brother.
yeah, that's why I fucked up. I'm like, dude, why the fuck did you sound like you were about to try and hide it?
It's not that he was hiding it. He was just trying to be he was oh, I'm being coy in my description because, as we've seen with our boy Taco today, and in the past with Zapper or whatever his name was, Rustage really tries not to say their name, but in a moment of clarity, he went, "What the fuck am I doing?" He just said, you know.
I hope he has that more.
Same.
There's a reason I think just displaying nameplates is good, because I think it just makes fucking description so much easier when you can refer to a character by name after you've described what they look like.
It's fair, yeah. But
I think you can
He
do
also has
both.
a weird He also has a weird moment where he's like, I mean, he describes him as looking dead in the eyes, and I thought he was gonna do something like, "Oh, he's really fucked up," but no, he kind of like gets rid of it. I'm just like, "Oh, I guess he was just trying to stress how bad the time in the prison was for him."
No, here's the thing, Noah, and that's why it makes me curious for the next session. It's because after the events that we're about to go by that are like the end of the session, in the final moments, they describe him talking to him again, and he is still looking down and looking recluse for like a good little bit before he recognizes Duros and Pearl. And I'm just I mean, like, I'm pretty sure that's at least him trying to show he's super fucked up.
Fair, yeah.
I don't now. I don't know if that's gonna go to anything. Maybe just like, oh man, my time in here was really tough. It's like, oh yeah, feels bad, man. I don't know if that's like gonna lead to like a trauma he has that they need to take care of anyway. Probably not. But it did strike me as curious that he held on that again after the fight. But then again, it could just be nothing, and I could just be reading into random bullshit. So, Liam, do you want to describe what's going on in the other cell and what happens?
Yeah, not Steve, is in the other cell. He starts, like, laughing, doesn't he?
No.
He starts stamping his feet, because...
No,
he doesn't go Joker mode?
No,
he does, but he doesn't start...
He is described as exiting the cell, looking absolutely...
Oh, I'm gonna cut you off here and shoot him!
Okay.
This is the experience of life here.
Yeah, so
I hate this.
William immediately goes for like, I'm going to kill him. Like, I'm going to actively attack right now. But Rustage throws a... Okay, I don't know, you all must have seen it, but it made me fucking laugh. When Rustage is like, wait a minute. You notice something, William. He has like a blue key on him, and you recognize...
He's from the Velvet Room.
You recognize this, but I'll leave it for you.
That's not what he had, by the way.
It was a card.
It's a card with a blue key. Jeez, bro.
Right. And he's like, you recognize this, but I'll leave this for you to describe later. And
well, hold on, Blake. I just want to say, I need to stress this, because I did the joke, but our audience might not all have seen it. Is that instead of letting this scene play out, where Steve seems like there's some trouble with his cell, and he seems, quote, agitated, rather than like being like, what's going on, or I be cautious, they just say, I shoot him, I want to roll initiative. They just do, they literally don't have this elaborate. And like Blake's saying, Rustage just decides, fuck it, he rolled high on initiative, I'm just having the scene play out anyway. But he definitely wouldn't have done that if he rolled low on initiative.
It's another reason to hide your dice rolls and to cheat.
Yeah.
So this is the difference.
Not that I did that.
This is the difference.
Liam does that. Liam does that. He protects us.
No, I would just say, wait a fucking second, retard.
Yeah, I'm talking.
You can't just shoot him. We're all looking at each other. No one's getting the jump on anybody.
This is the difference in my mind between playing an anime game and playing just like
D&D.
Typical D&D.
Yes.
We're in
and why D&D's better, right?
We're in typical D&D.
Exactly.
Yeah, you want to shoot the fucking orc.
I know what's gonna happen here.
You can use racial
aggro text pop up.
You can use racial stereotypes to your advantage, and the fact that they're a monster stat.
They're canon.
But like in an anime game, characters are going to say things like an anime before there's a fight. They're probably going to give you something because that's just how it goes.
No, I'd like to get the jump on him.
You're in a story. This like villain is probably going to say at least something of like relevance.
Isn't that a little unrealistic though?
I'd prefer.
Yeah, why would you talk to someone who's trying to kill you?
Yeah, what if they just what if instead of that Steve went, ugh, Talos really fucking wants you dead.
Did you guys laugh earlier when like not Steve on the boat was doing like a maniacal laugh and William just told him to shut the fuck up?
It was so badass. Dude, that would be me if I was an anime character.
I wish not Steve.
Me
was-
if I saw Kaido.
See, I wish not Steve.
Literally, though.
See, I will say something that will probably be confusing with
man,
my
shut
earlier
the fuck up.
statement. That I wish
Oh,
not Steve
dear.
was just a crew member because he's currently my favorite character in the show.
I think-
Trying to win back my approval, huh?
I don't like the octopus in nature of how it's been shown to me.
Can you explain it better now to me why you don't like it?
Shut
'Cause
the
I'm still-
fuck up.
I'm curious!
Honestly,
wanna
shut
go-
the fuck up.
To the end of this episode, where it ends.
No.
Same.
So stop
No.
talking about the octopus that was at the beginning.
No. No. Alright,
No.
fine. Fine. Continue, Blake.
So he shows him. So William
Coward.
spots the card with a key on it, a key like
Blue
pattern
key.
on it.
It's his backstory, and Tekken does a pog face.
Yeah. I was about. Sorry, I was about to say. I hope everyone looked at Tekken's fucking pog face.
Ooh, because you went, whoa, that's incredible. The DM brought my backstory. Okay.
I know.
I'll
I'm
give him
still
this.
waiting for that moment.
Maybe the DM
I'm sorry.
Fuck you and
maybe
your
the
armor.
DM has maybe he's right. Maybe he's right to make that face. Maybe it is weird for this thing to come up here. I don't know because he doesn't tell us here. So who knows? Maybe he's got the right idea to be surprised.
Yeah. See, this is
Well,
why.
like, it's not the time and place for. I mean, we're about to fight this guy. I can't just go
Yeah,
telling everybody about it.
Like I like to imagine whenever I'm talking about Lee's backstory, Noah is in fact doing a pog face.
Absolutely.
But that's just true.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I don't have like self-confidence, so I can actually believe that.
No, here's
That's
the
bad,
thing.
man.
No. Here's the thing. That's nice that he's like, listen, that's genuinely fun. When you're like, oh, my DM remembered.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
Epic. And
Hell
guess
yeah.
what? But guess what? You're William.
You wake up and you're still William.
Problem. You're William.
Dude, what a nightmare.
You're William and your last name isn't Bell. Problem.
So now
it just keeps getting worse.
Now combat begins, but William instead is trying to get that card from him.
Yeah.
But
That's cool.
but he also rolls.
The card to the Velvet Room.
He also rolls
I
on
made
his
that joke
devil
already.
fruit
Fuck.
table right away to get a Poggy's fucking ability, man.
Why does he think this fruit is good?
Who
Dude,
wa-
poison ivy.
Look, Liam and what?
He gets a poison ivy paramecia.
Why does he think this fruit's good?
It
I'm gonna
does-
make you slightly itchy.
It does. No,
He thinks
Ben.
this fruit's
It for some
good.
reason does bonus poison damage.
Oh,
Like, I guess in like the world of One Piece, I imagine like that fruit would be.
I mean,
like,
you at least can
allowed
encompass poison oak too, right?
Would allow it to do.
I mean, there isn't like two different fruits for both,
sorry,
right?
Ben. Ben, that's the mythical one.
That's
The mythical one's oak? I
Poison.
guess.
I imagine in the world where
Poison
some
Adam.
retard has this fruit would go, alright, it could probably be cool. But
No.
I don't know why Rustage is. Oh, I want to point out Rustage is revealing more how this fruit actually works, where he just goes, here, it has a basic damage, and then you just tell me something and I'll come up with it on the spot. So
The absolute
Cool.
worst way to handle this.
I mean, it's
The
literally
absolute
the
best
only
way
way
to
you can
handle it.
realistically.
I know, and that's
I'm
why it's
gonna
a
tell
terrible
you.
idea.
Well, the whole. Okay,
Well,
fair enough.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is
Fair enough.
making you come
Yeah.
up with a
I
balanced idea.
I don't think it's right to make more fun of him. He's already retarded.
He's a
So
child.
no, he does accurately describe what the fruit looks like when you're actually actively using it at a high level. Is you're like poison ivy from Batman.
I love that he just.
That's
said
not even.
that. He just. It's not.
So it's a
even-
plant control
not
for
even-
what?
It was
No,
Yeah,
no,
it's
no.
literally-
He My man doesn't know what Batman is.
Poison
I just-
Ivy's ability isn't the ability to give you poison ivy.
Yeah,
He just doesn't know what Batman is.
Ben,
okay, come
Ben,
on.
That's
the
so
girl from
fucking.
Sky
No,
High.
Ben. It's like he produces poison ivy from his arm, like a vine that grabs you and makes you itchy. It's like a lot of
it.
it, so it can carry you.
Look, Oda would have written that shit early on if he did that, but fuck.
You
me.
do realize your weakness is aloe leaves.
I'm not saying it's literally an impossible fruit to make good. I'm saying Jesus
I think it
fucking-
is.
Jesus
What,
fucking
Lee?
Christ.
I don't know.
Well, they just treat it as the fucking poison vine.
God, you
fruit,
One Piece
so-
fags go. There's
Yeah.
literally Dio moment. There's no bad stand. Fuck off, liar.
They're
Wrong.
You know,
they're
Lee,
literally
you asked me a
bad
couple
fruits.
times what devil fruit I'd want. I want that one.
I want that one.
It's named Ivy. I want that
Saved
one.
Ivy, so I want it. That seems pretty in character.
Oh,
Is there-
you
is
know
there a
what?
dot-
There was
is
a,
there-
if there
pirates
was a
like
Ron
it.
fruit, I'd want it too.
Is there a Dawn
That's the
fruit?
point.
Is there a dawn fruit?
Let's hope not.
Oh fuck!
What would
so,
that be?
One Piece is stupid, and he thinks this fruit fucking rocks, and that's the
Oh,
funny
my.
shit. I want to say in this combat,
Wait,
William goes,
hold on. Sorry.
oh,
Rustage.
man.
Yeah, shut up.
I
Noah.
want you to answer me.
My
Do you
fucking
think
bad.
that the poison ivy fruit is actually cool? Like, do you actually think that this fruit is good?
Yeah, dude.
Because it's not,
No, he's
and I
coping.
want you to argue with me.
That's
Please.
Tekking who's coping. Are you guys talking about Tekking or Rustage?
No, I'm
Sorry.
asking Rustage to tell me if he thinks the fruit's good.
Okay.
So I'm eagerly waiting.
Okay, man.
They're interchangeable in my mind.
That is so
That-
fucking.
That is
wrong
so
to
fucking
say.
mean.
That makes no sense and is mean.
One of these is a sad man that has a lot of ambition. The other one is fucking Tekking.
Yeah. I want to point out in this combat, William goes
fucking
down.
Tekking.
And he gets one failed death saving throw, and then
Oh, we're so close.
and then no, we aren't just close. We are experiencing the first literal cheating moment where I broke the illusion because Duros rolls up and he gets his second nat one for the session, which they clap about, and he's in melee range where William is. And he is described as not hitting William. He instead bashes Pearl when there are two people in melee range, and one hit from him would have killed William canonically. And Pearl is on the other side of him in the description, which means she would not be within 5 feet of range. Only William would have been. So I'm calling you out, Rustage. You cheated with your gay rule set and saved William from dying.
Nuh-uh, he was just over there 5 feet over.
No, they were in
There's
melee
no
range.
map.
He was
You
grappled
don't know.
with him.
Well,
But it was perfectly described.
Actually, Liam,
Yeah, well, I didn't listen.
I'm I am like 90% sure heard Tekking say the words battle map. So I think they do have a map here.
Really?
He
Yeah,
did say the words battle map. I do recall
Oh,
that.
fuck. I didn't pay enough attention.
They probably do have a scuffed box on a fucking page. Like I said they should.
Hey, man.
Even worse.
Maybe they play on the wiki
they play on the
What?
through text.
That's badass.
They
No,
roll.
Yeah,
no,
they
that's-
just, they just
Ben-
added HTML elements. And
Yes.
Ben,
Liam gets it.
arguing with mods on a wiki is not battle map.
I would disagree.
I would disagree heavily. You don't know my adventures.
Oh man, I love reading rejected wiki characters. 'Cause it's like how fucking shit.
Now
it has
that's
to
a
be.
fucking battle map.
No, a battle map is when you get in a fight with Blake. I'll let that joke linger and we can move on.
What does that mean?
Don't worry.
You got a
Move
big
on.
forehead?
Holy shit!
What does that mean?
Holy shit, Liam! Am I?
Explain
No,
this.
I'm not explaining that one. Am I?
Explain it to me!
No, I'm PMing Liam if I get the joke.
He didn't make the joke. He didn't
you
have
get the joke.
anything.
What a deep
Oh
cut.
fuck you! I don't think you actually had a joke there, but Noah thought of something funny, and now you're confirming.
No, Noah got it right. No.
Liam is so funny.
I'm
I'll
ending
tell you
it.
after the podcast.
I'm ending it right now. If you don't tell me.
The episode.
I'll tell you at the end.
But then I won't have power.
No,
You
I
can
don't.
cut it if, you
I
can
don't
cut
want
it if
to-
you want.
No. I don't want you to be mad for the last 2 minutes of the episode. Let's continue. Okay.
These are all jokes. None of them meant to be serious.
Another horrific thing we learn in this combat is that William has Lucky as a feat. Because
Holy fuck.
he does.
Holy fuck, what a cursed
Good for
thought.
him.
Because he cheats. He's lucky.
I think one day I'll grab Lucky.
You think
but
he
that's
got it?
not.
You think he got it for free?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, they're like level 4. They probably took it as his ASI.
I would have fucking given it to the guy for free for getting the fucking Dice Devil fruit.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Nah.
But, I'm based.
I like
Yeah,
it.
you are base.
I like
Yeah,
how it's
the
like we have to kind of guess what level they are.
Nah, yeah, I mean, they don't say it enough, but I know it's tracked somewhere, because they have it on the wiki, so I'm sure it's, like, on Twitter or something.
Well, they have everything on the wiki, even, like retcons that don't actually happen in session.
Dude, him getting a name later isn't a retcon, unless you're just talking about them lying about what they do, in which case, I'm sorry, I'm schizophrenic.
What?
I already apologize, stop talking.
Not Steve dies here, I didn't click on his wiki page, I just assume he comes back.
I don't think he comes back. I think he probably just gets a name later. I didn't read the page. If he comes back, I'd be very confused.
assume that the octopus probably comes back.
Yeah, right?
And I don't know, maybe he speaks English and tells them the name.
Well, I thought the octopus was like...
octopus speaks English!
Well, I thought the octopus would, like, connect to someone and they become Steve.
That's so fucking cool, dude. And you make fun of this character.
You know the French language technically exists in this canon?
Yeah, so does Jesus, or whatever.
Because he said, pardon my French.
Dude, Liam, listen, I know you're like a One Piece novice, but everything in our world is a country, is a kingdom with a joke racial leader in One Piece. You should know this by now. Do you forget the fucking Taco Kingdom?
Yes,
like this is
King.
how One Piece works. And they're playing in generic One Piece.
I will tell you, Liam, France exists in my game.
Dude, yeah, and they're playing in canon One Piece. I'm sure at fucking what was it called? Menagerie? No, that's in RWBY. What's the meeting in Marijois called?
Fuck.
What?
Reverie?
What was the... Yeah, Reverie. I'm sure at Reverie we saw the French Kingdom. I'm certain.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we did.
And that's canon. Alright, enough of me. What else happens in this fight? Steve just fights with... Taco just fights with Yaki. It's very cool.
It's very interesting because, wow, he got 2 critical fails. Nobody's done that yet. They've missed twice in a row critically. What the fuck?
God. I did that joke already. I'm sorry.
What? No, you described.
Well, not really. That was more like a remix.
No, this time it was funny.
Sorry, I went past it a little fast. My bad. Let's focus on it.
I'm just
Stop being
saying.
so mean. All right, what
wasn't
happened in this
being
combat?
mean.
What
Yeah,
happens in this combat other than 2 failures? Nothing.
What?
Not really. Huh?
Fucking
He fights with an octopus.
What would happen?
Run
They fight. It's a
shoot.
D&D.
Rana fucking shoots him and hurts him, and he goes, ah.
He scares them all with frightful presence.
He stretches William's limbs out.
That was cool. He stretches him, and the octopus gets a drill tentacle and drills into William in horrific detail. That was pretty cool.
In ridiculously
Gory
excruciating
detail.
That was
Spent
pretty
like a couple
fucking
minutes
awesome.
detailing it.
That was fucking awesome.
That's how he fucking dies too.
Yeah, dude.
So he dies, by the way. Not William, sadly.
Yes.
Not Steve. Not Steve.
Yeah,
Not Steve is
Taco.
He's killed.
Yeah, Taco dies.
And I love how he's like, okay, Verona, make a check to get out of this. It's like, oh, you rolled like a 16. Sorry, it was a 17. And I'm like, man, that's pretty fucking high, don't you think?
It's fucking awesome. Yeah, right.
I guess it's turn skipped. Go fuck yourself, I guess. But I want to ask. So we covered what happens at the actual end with like the brother. He just says Pearl and Duros after looking sad.
Yeah.
But I want to ask, what the fuck was actually the point of not Steve?
I think it was supposed to foreshadow a bunch of things, but they never asked about them. You know, like I was saying earlier, like the details, like they never asked his whole point. They were probably supposed to confront him and ask. His actual point is to deliver this William backstory thing, that's for sure. But I think he's also supposed to foreshadow, you know, why this person is of interest also. This makes sense to me.
You know what?
And to be a good antagonist fight.
You know what? You are just right in the way that, like, no, his introduction was specifically to give them some type of information, but they are so fucking allergic to literally treating any NPC like anything but a wooden plank that they must break.
It is so frustrating to see.
I can't, like, the only the only characters that are NPCs that we like no significant backstory of because of their own volition is Pearl and Adam. Pearl, because she literally almost fucking exploded, and it would look pretty fucking psycho to kill her there, guys. So they
Yeah.
let her, as she was like fucking naked on the floor, writhing in pain, describe her backstory. And Adam, because he started pissing himself and begging them not to kill him.
Please don't fucking kill me.
So I'm just sitting here being like, you know, this is giving me really not a lot of fucking faith for like any type of story in the future, especially when we now wrap up the kingdom. So that like acts as Duros' backstory, Pearl's. So like those are pretty cleaned up. So now it's like, how are we gonna get any information? Even like future crewmates. Are they gonna have to like prostrate themselves before William so he doesn't immediately kill them for their shekels?
Yeah, isn't that fucking cool?
It's like the way that information is acceptably taken by the players is so terrible. And it's like, it's not Rastage's fault. He's trying to do the normal things of like, oh yeah, I mean, this guy's fucking weird. Someone is probably going to say something to him, and I'm not going to be a cunt, so I'm going to have him say stuff. Not Steve was weirdly very friendly. He would have immediately started saying things.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, this is basically as blatant you can be to my character will just tell you things. And like, they just fucking cannot follow up on it. So like, what the fuck is he going to do?
Get more forward with it. I mean, he's just playing like he has players who will care. He'll just start acting much more upfront and just be on the nose. I think is the only way this works.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, like,
that's the only way you can do
I
this.
really think you're right. I think that's the only option because I don't think they have the group dynamic where it's like you can just message them behind the scenes and be like, "Hey, fucking retards, can you just like?"
I assume they'll just get better because it's their first game. And they're figuring it out.
You guys think these guys are friends?
I always say
is this a YouTuber just collaboration, or you think they're friends?
I have no
hang out
idea.
outside of this?
I have no idea. Our fans might have a better idea, but even if they told me that, I'd still go with my normal thing, which is my schizo take of all YouTubers are business people at heart. They're celebrities. They're schizophrenic. They're evil.
I think they're obviously friendly. But in terms of
that's not what I asked.
Well, yeah, in terms of like being friends, I would say like probably just like maybe Rustage and Tekking.
Alright, Liam, imagine the first time you met me, right? It's that, but
we
all the
connected
time.
instantly.
No, it's not.
Stop trying to rewrite history, Ben.
Yeah, don't try to rewrite history. Just the other day.
You guys were literally friends right away.
That's not true.
Well, I don't know what's wrong with him.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know what he's trying to do here.
When did we start becoming friends then, Ben?
Well, you want me to track the history of like maybe like jumping into this?
Yeah, I don't know how long the joke can go on, but yeah.
Okay, well the joke would be all right. I met Noah. He tried to bait me into doing something cringe like he does with everyone around him.
Yeah.
I then went. Actually, I'm not the prime target here. Look to exhibit A, B, and C. And then I went, oh, man, this is pretty fun because this Richard guy's a pretty good guy, and this Noah guy knows about Metal Gear, so he's cool too.
Hell yeah!
And then later on, I was like, hey, there's like a One Piece system, and I know Blake hates me now because he had to play that gay system that he hates. But,
yeah.
I think it's pretty good.
It's gone now.
But I'm sorry, I gotta.
Power through, Ben. We're almost at the end.
I was purging. Anyway, So after that, yeah, I get invited to the One Piece game. And that was pretty fun. You know, I came in, didn't get to play for 2-3 hours, and eventually I got to speak one line. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. I might have exaggerated how, but yeah. Then you guys kicked Nathan out because you were like really mean to him. That was really fucked up. But...
You mean you joined and conspired to get him kicked because you didn't like him?
No, I would argue I like Nathan more than you three combined.
That's awesome.
In the One Piece game, maybe.
I mean, in general.
No, I love
What are you
Nathan.
talking about? I've used the metaphor on 24/7.
I have an unfathomable love for Nathan.
Eldrick's love.
All right, Blake, it's part where you say you love him too.
We're up, everyone!
Ben, can you just continue your story till we can go?
Oh, that's basically the end of it. I met Liam, and he was really awkward towards me, and it was really awkward because of
Yeah,
him.
Liam for months thought Ben was black because he has a slightly deep voice. Anyway.
We did try.
He's not?
Based. So yeah.
But he says the N-word all the time.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, there's something.
Liam, what was the joke there?
No. We can't forget to mention this, that Mr. Ulumi, Taco here, during the fight, he cuts off, when William's unconscious, he cuts off part of his skin, like a sliver, and puts it in his skin book.
I hope they look through the skin book next episode.
Because there's probably interesting names in there. That shit made me laugh.
They probably forget about it. But I hope they don't.
God, I hope they don't.
Ew, that's creepy. Just leave it there.
Oh, I hate normies. Ah, fuck. Okay. Did anything else? Let me double check. Did anything happen?
No, immediately from the fight, they asked, "What's the prince up to?"
Yeah, they're doing a end. I like when Duros goes, "It's me, Duros. You're not. You might not remember me." What is this thing of them saying they might not remember people? Like the players act like just because they don't know things as people that the
there was a
NPCs
dragon
don't.
break.
This is
He has a lot of guards.
This is what happens when like the players do not know things they should know.
Yeah.
Or it's just like Duros should probably know the baker from his village. Like they weren't like a big place from the way he talked about it. It was like a village.
Nah, Atlas is a huge place. There's
I
thought this was like 3 fucking shacks.
It was
like
a poor village described as having nothing but fucking ale and fucking goats. So it's like
he made it so small and then acted like he didn't know someone. It's so awesome.
So it's like Ragnar, probably the biggest motherfucker in the village, probably should have been known.
I think he was pretending. Well, remember, Blake, Ragnar doesn't have object permanence. Of course, he doesn't recognize him. That's the joke. But this guy recognized Ragnar and is just trying not to make Ragnar know him. That's what's really happening. He's going, "Oh my god, I don't want him to recognize me. It's fucking Ragnar." Yeah. Oh yeah, I don't know who you are either. Weird. Tell me I'm wrong.
Oh, you're wrong.
Thanks for watching, everyone. What's the viewer question of the week?
Give me a second.
Okay. What's your guys' favorite Digimon?
No.
Thanks. Cunt.
Cringe.
Yeah.
All
Oh. Thanks, William.
What's William?
In the comments, write a no longer than 3 sentences prompt on why Richard wasn't here this week. The true answer.
No longer than. Yeah,
I will not accept any entries above 3 sentences. What could have happened to him? And no, Pearl didn't eat him. That was a lie. A gaslight, if you will.
It was a little joke we did.
A little funny thing we did.
Fuck with you guys.
In fact, you'll never know if one of us dies, because we'll just laugh about it.
We'll just treat it like a joke. That sounds about right.
And that's right. No more interruptions. If we miss a week, someone died.
Someone died. That's canon now.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Blake, you do the outro on these? I'm sorry. Yeah, right?
I mean, it's kind of whoever. I mean, Richard was doing it for a while.
Oh,
I think
okay,
it's kind of
well.
whoever wants to do it.
Well,
Thanks,
guys,
everybody. Like, comment, and subscribe. Watch
Tell
the
your
One Piece
friends.
game. Watch the RWBY game. I'm in it again. It's good. Richard too. Those other
Yeah.
guys are still in it somehow.
please tell your friends. Get us out there. Spread us around. I think we're funny.
I think I'm funny at the very least, and these guys are almost funny sometimes.
That's such like a funny joke where you're like the cool one.
No, I'm the funny one.
Grab yourself a seat and keep those hands in the vehicle at all times. You're about to be taken on a ride through the untamed wilds of internet role-playing. Observe them in their natural habitat.
So you head out.
You know
So
that would be
you-
funny. I didn't know there'd be consequences.
Enjoy the splendor of their spurgery.
Felix, who is the lion fauna,
And feast your eyes upon the questionable creations of internet randoms.
Actually, I've never DM'd before.
This is the Supernova Safari.